If you want good,
Look left, look right, and I come with a hook right. Hook right, hook right. This what the angles look like. Way up, stood high, taking the view when it look right. And oh, it's the good life, whipping the sauce when I cook like. Look left, look right, yeah, yeah. Come with a hook right. Hook right, hook right, hook right. Make all the man them look twice. I'm way up, stood high, but I've been in the field like Suge Knight. And they know this took time. This what a legacy look like. This what I come with a and I come with a taking the view when it look right. And oh, it's the good life, whipping the sauce when I cook like. Look left, look right, yeah, yeah. Come with a hook right. Hook right, hook right, hook right. Make all the man them look twice. I'm way up, stood high, but I've been in the field like Suge Knight. And they know this took time. This what a legacy look like. This what I come with a and I come with a have the power, but there's things we touch the road. Tell them say we ready, clip them on the cut she load. Shoulda know say we no regular, anything we ready for. Bet you never know, bet you never know. Nah go take no talk, I beg no pardon, that's for sure. Bet you never know, bet you never know. How we are like the badness, we are like the globe. Bet you never know, bet you never know. We are like the badness, we are like the globe. Bet you never know. Say we have the power, but there's things we touch the road. Tell them say we ready, clip them on the cut she load. Shoulda know say we no regular, anything we ready for. Bet you never know, bet you never know. Nah go take no talk, I beg no pardon, that's for sure. Bet you never know, bet you never know. How we are like the badness, we are like the globe. Bet you never know, bet you never know. How we are like the badness, we are like the globe.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and non-binary pals, welcome back to Phase 1 Esports Summer Series. Today is a beautiful day to celebrate. We are going into day 2, and we got Blunder back in action with us today here to broadcast and cast with us. I'm so excited, and a quick apology on my end. My voice is a wee bit shot from over the weekend, but the show must go on, as most say. So it's wonderful to be with you here today, Blunder. How are you enjoying yourself? How's life been? I missed you, man.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Look, been working. Been on my grind set, as the kids say nowadays. I like what you're doing in your hair, by the way. I haven't seen that
Thank
yet.
you. I
That's pretty
appreciate
sick. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
it.
No,
Thanks.
again, just here, very excited to look at some great Apex. I'm in the. I think this is one of the national parks in America. Don't remember which one for a geology project, but I thought it was a good background. So we're gonna
Yeah,
leave it
very
like
pretty.
that. Oh yeah, no, but nevertheless, very excited to see some very nice gameplay today. Back in action, ready to see it.
There are a lot of players who are highly anticipating to get back into the scrim mode, get back into these high anticipated games. A lot of velocity and a lot of intensity going into these matches. One thing that I would like to notice as well is how these players are reacting to after the performance of a lot of these pros did in ALGS. A lot of them being their friends and mutuals. A lot of these people have been in the scene for quite some time now, and seeing the people that they've grown up with in this community and seeing them play for money, I bet you it's struck a fire in a lot of these people's hearts.
Oh yeah, you betcha. And again, speaking as the ALGS thing, if you guys didn't watch over the weekend, we saw a lot of very interesting comps, especially the emergent. Yeah, no, I was gonna say Conwar. He was there, so
Dude.
he knows. But I'm very excited to see a couple of things that we saw over the weekend come into this series. Specifically, the introduction of a lot of Mad Maggies as we saw. We saw TSM use it. We saw Furia.
Mhm.
Again, I love watching Furia play specifically. That was a lot of fun to watch. But
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see these Maggie Seer combos coming out a lot. And it's a lot of fun for us, especially because it's a very more aggro sense of gameplay.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see that.
Yeah, a thing that a lot of people were excited about to see from Furia was that aggressive play style, trying to elevate that kind of gameplay where a lot of people were playing that defensive mode in the past few seasons here in the ranked series, especially last year in ALGS, kind of changing that comp, introducing Seer a lot more as well as Watson being introduced here for Stormpoint. And another character that a lot of people, three actually, that I'd like to mention that were played. You have Caustic going in a lot more. You have a couple of Newcastles that you've seen being played. And then the biggest, the weirdest comp that made it so that there's only one single character who was Mirage that wasn't played was Lifeline. So Lifeline
Yeah.
had a chance to be on the main stage, and it's kind of crazy to see all of these different play styles go in. A lot of these groups and teams throughout the weekend, really trying to solidify what works best against these pro high level teams. And I wonder what it's going to do and help mold a different play style for the teams we're about to see play today.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And as we go to, as we go to into these games, I will really want to see I want to see some creativity, especially with
Mm,
comps, because I think we're in a place in the meta where things are kind of up for grabs. I want to say, of course, you got your Gibby, your Valk, your Seer, Caustic, you got your main players. However, there are a couple of off meta picks that you can choose. Also, the appearance
mhm.
of Lifeline, I think, is signaling, I want to say, a new shift. Again, she did recently get a buff, so I don't think we're going to see her tonight, but who's to say? Maybe.
Uh, Most definitely not. I would almost bet money that we're not going to see a Lifeline tonight, but I can almost guarantee that we're going to be seeing a lot of different play styles that we have been in the past. There's just so much that can be introduced now, especially if you have just a really good team chemistry going into these fights. You've seen in previous matches, especially from day one, you see all teams like McDonald's Wi-Fi play actually on screen, just absolutely dominating the field here, getting that 20-point overall. You also have teams from other groups such as Valkyrie and Unorganized, also just really playing to their heart's content, really just showcasing that they are the cream of the crop and they are here to play. So I'm excited to see who else we're going to be introducing here on the main screen today here for Phase 1 Esports. There are just so many opportunities to see some of the best players here amongst the collegiate field and rising amongst the stars. And, there is a lot of stars here who have not really been given that showtime, and I'm excited to give them that spotlight that they deserve.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Again, unfortunately I wasn't able to make it last week. That was
Mm.
also very sick, but I'm very excited to be casting today, as I feel we're gonna have a
We're
lot of
nice and
fun, see some
smoothie
fun stuff.
groovy, baby. We're
Oh
back
yeah,
in it. I'm
oh
excited to
yeah.
be in front of you guys again. I've missed each and every one of you. If you guys don't know who we are, this is Blunder on the right hand side of the screen, and then you got myself as named Conwar. So what's going on, guys? How you doing? We miss you. And I think we are getting ready to play this first game here shortly. So if you are getting ready, make sure you get that popcorn, get your snacks and drinks. Make sure you use the bathroom, get ready to play anticipated. If you are a player today, uh, good luck, have fun. We're wishing you the most luck for tonight, and we are getting ready to play this fantastic game.
Oh yeah. And so you willing to put money? There's no lifeline.
Ooh, I would say yeah. Honestly, if unless someone's hearing this now and they decide to switch it up last minute, I don't think Lifeline. It needs to be with a comp such as like Watson Gibby. So if like
Yeah.
Lifeline Watson Gibby really changes it up. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Starting game one here. Take a look at the map going from northeast down to the southwest down to Sino Cave. So a lot of these teams playing on that high ground over by Lightning Round and High Point. You have Thunderwatch being a really nice drop spot as well because you can make that rotation over to Command Center, which is a really central part of the map. But taking a look here at phase one, they are a team here that are recognized to be a part and affiliated with us. Very interesting.
Yeah,
So we are
it's
dropping
twitchy.
right off the ball. It's Twitchy, Pop. Yeah, so you got Papa, we got Twitchy, and then Moonshine FX. So it's good to know. It's good to see a lot of familiar faces here tonight on Phase One Esports. Now, my question is: do you think since we have the observer directly on him right off the rip, it'll give him a curse? Do you think he's going to get contested on Lightning Rod? I mean, it's a very popular drop spot, I would say here on Storm Point. So he could be contested because you saw a team definitely dropped by Thunderwatch. You saw a team over by High Point as well. So it's just a matter of time before we see our first fight of the night.
Oh yeah, completely. And again, I think the Thunder, Lightning Rod is very interesting place to drop, mainly because you have a very high elevation compared to everything else. So while it is a very popular drop spot, it's also a very popular spot for people to kind of take, some pot shots, trying to hit the people over, pretty much all over the map. Actually, I mean, I especially last split playing this, I dropped Lightning Rod a couple of times, uncontested. You're able to pretty much just have full control over that full like prowler field and over that large section of the map, as it's pretty much just one large column and a bunch of open area. So
Yeah.
I think we're going to be seeing phase one start to really rotate down and try to get some early KP.
And that is where, if you can catch the team you're facing against on that initial 3v3 off guard, make sure you're in an isolated environment. That's why you play around those surrounding POIs where you can only really get pushed from 3 to 2 directions to make sure that you have at least one angle completely blockaded from yourself. So, like, you drop Lightning Rod, you push into Thunderwatch, nobody is going to be creeping up behind you. You have that a chance to catch that team off guard and get that easy KP if you can just hit your shots. At that point it's real technical. But as long as these teams are confident in their play styles, you can see a lot of interesting play here. But it really just depends on who is going to be taking those first shots.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And again, we're going to see a little bit of prowler fighting to begin, starting to trying to charge up those evos. Very important early game, and I think especially prowlers are one of those very weird things in the game that they've only been introduced in season 10, but having to actually that's not technically true because of arena or whatever. What's it called again on World's Edge?
Oh,
The
it's called. It's Trials.
Trials, there you
Yeah.
go. That's the word I'm thinking of. Yeah, but again, they were introducing trials. However, having a lot of these locations around the map it's kind of that risk versus reward where, especially, you could go to an IMC armory and get it, or you could also go to these prowlers. However, here you are in an open space or in an IMC armory. As long as you don't get bugged by a trident, it's it's a lot safer than trying to do it out in the open with a lot of prowlers.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see, these teams start early on trying to level up those evos pretty much for free without having to take a serious fight. However, they are more exposed to getting third party and rotated on by other teams trying to get some early KP.
And yeah, if you have those spots, especially over by Sino, as you mentioned, there's spots where you can really take advantage of getting like Elite Company having 2 purples and a blue right off the rip. They have themselves gold mags. They have sights. They are looking pretty comfortable here as they just now wait for a team to kind of push in, and they can be the initial offenders here. But it really just depends on whether or not they choose to stay in this POI or want to play the aggressiveness and be mobile. If you are holding a position, that you spawn on, you're giving yourself a chance, but you're also going to be holding yourself accountable for your own loot, and you're just going to have to hope for a chance that another team comes in and gives you that replenishment. So, like, let's say Death Call waits here in this zone and waits for a team to push up towards North Pad. They could be looking at a very, very potential danger if they have no loot. They're going to be playing really scarce. They're going to play out of zone in the later rounds. And here we go. Off the first rip, it's Big Chillin' going for that fight. And now we're going to be seeing these initial damages here. 120 here from Mind Wandering here, having to go for that recharge real quick here as you got Colossal Gaming playing on the back end. They have themselves good loot. It looks like they were playing from probably launch pad by wall, and then they made that jump over here real quick to hold that position very early on.
Oh yeah, and again a little cheeky angle from Colossal on that pill right there, trying to get a little bit of cheeky angles, trying to get a little bit of extra, pretty much free damage. Yeah, and he's going to get the crack there. Again, those are some very strange angles to play off of and try to contest, because you've got a lot of people getting those little pixels, hiding behind those little barricades, and they have this full area to just fall back on if they get hurt. So they're able to pretty much reset. And while it does look like Colossal's in a very interesting place, they technically do have better positioning just because of how the entire area is made. These
Mm-hmm.
weird fingers on this dock are made in such a way where even if you had the ultimate high ground, such as Big Chillin does right now, still have to watch out for a team that has pretty much they
Yeah,
can't get hit from behind. They can only really get hit from the front.
and
So
as
if you have a
well,
Valk,
another point of contention as well here for Colossal Gaming is their Loba shop. So that is a very big positive for them. The fact that they have that in their comp makes it more justified to play on the outer edge. You know, if there are teams to get down, they are the first ones to be able to access that loot from Kylo. So it's nice to see they have intention behind their play here. And honestly, I would say that Big Chillin is probably in a more dangerous situation compared to Colossal, because Colossal actually has only really three directions to look from. It's going to be east, south, and west. Their north end is completely guarded, and it's just pure ocean. So they can be completely safe knowing that no one's going to be dropping on them from behind. So
sure.
I would be worried about Big Chillin. They have to play more inside and congested together. If they get peeked from behind, then what decision do they make? Do they push Colossal? Do they push back behind? They're in a pinch situation here.
And they are running the classic Gibby Valk Caustic, so I think in that situation they try to Valk ult out of there, drop on a like dome, drop Valk ult. I think is normally the play when you got this kind of comp, but because again you don't have a lot if your Caustic's not set up, it doesn't have a lot going on in the area that you drop in. You need to get out of there, or else you will be sandwiched between two teams. And once that Gibby dome disappears, you're kind of screwed. It also does unfortunately leave you open to getting absolutely decimated. But what I will say is, they're defended until a giant kaiju hops out of the ocean on stage and goes for them. I mean, we're next to I forget what the POI swiftly is called, but we're next to
We can only hope. Maybe it's a
yeah.
surprise event that Apex was waiting to drop just for us.
Oh
But
yeah, true.
that is
Yes.
most likely not the case.
Yeah,
And
true.
ooh, here we got some old boys here. Zaraki rewinds and Infinity here for Hot Streak. This is an old team that we've seen before. A couple of new players here, such as Rewinds and Infinity. But definitely remember Zaraki here from previous tournaments. Nice to see their faces again here in this Group 2 stage. They are playing out of zone here, but not too much damage is going to be taken from them as it just now switches here to the second zone. Going to see them playing around, waiting for a peek here, probably by this jump pad here on this top angle. I think they're going to be taking that skip from pit. They don't want to be playing by the den on their left-hand side, and they're probably just going to go straight forward and hope that they can just play for zone at this point. They already have that KP, as you can see. 13 squads are left, so they're having a little more wiggle room than you would see in much more congested lobbies.
Yeah, and I think they do offer a little bit of the extra KP does offer a little bit of allowance for aggression. You see a lot of teams without KP trying to play as safe as possible and really only going for fights that they know they can win. But if you do have KP, sometimes you do take the 75-25. Not very often you take the 50-50 unless it's like 5 squads left or something. But if you do have a little bit of KP, you do often see those slightly more aggressive players trying to increase it. Or you do see a lot of players just trying to sit on KP and bait. Because normally that is the way to get the most amount of stuff. However, me being this season, I think my most played character is Maggie. Me being a very aggressive player, I do like to take the 50-50 on occasion.
Yeah, and as you see, for that third, you have a lot of Valkyrie and Seer in most of these comps, but Horizon seems to be kind of a rare switch up that you see compared to characters such as like Newcastle, Gibby, Caustic, Watson, these defense characters. You have another movement character, so you really only have 2 scans, so 2 recon characters, and then pretty much an offensive movement character, really. And Horizon is a good character if you know her play style, you know how to move her around, you know how to play her ultimate. But I would really like to see more Watson, especially on Stormpoint. I would like to see uh, more probably Newcastle too, and as well Fuse. Fuse is also a really good aggressive comp if you want to see those plays when they just go for the full pushes. But that is the unfortunate circumstance when you go for that aggression. You have teams who like to just play for KP. It looks like CSUDH Cardinal is going to be going for that foul call all the way towards that choke point towards North Pad. Going to be playing towards Armory side. So let's see if they can just stay uncontended as two squads also have came down here. So 11 squads overall as we take a look.
Yeah, this is again a very interesting game because you're gonna see teams like Team Revenge already having only one member already has 5 KP, which is absolutely insane pretty much for 11 squads left. A very aggressive lobby from what we can see so far. Running also a very aggressive comp. Again, when you see uh, team compositions without a defensive character, you're going to get a lot more aggression because the Gibby Dome allows them to Valk ult out of serious situations. Team Revenge says, you know what? No, we don't need that. We take the fight. And the great equalizer is Horizon. Because if you have a team who's sitting kind of on top of you, you queue
Yeah.
up, ult, arc star, and you're essentially able to level not level, but equalize the entire playing
Yeah.
field. Because you can push other teams out of positions that they're in and that are disadvantageous to you to make yourself an advantageous or at least equal situation.
And as you see here, they are staying true to their aggressiveness here, breaking two shields here on that Valk and Gibby here as they get pushed from that Valkyl here right on the choke point as well. These teams are starting to converge in slowly here on the second circle. Kaiser, Lakeland being the team that they're fighting against, but that Gibby is going to get knocked, making it a 3v1 off the rip, giving Team Revenge, I believe, 12 kills here off the rip.
That's wild. Yeah, that's absolutely insane. Again, there's there's 10 squads left and having 12 KP. I mean, whew,
It's
yeah,
shmoney. That's all I can
yeah,
say, truthfully.
I would argue shmoney moves.
So here they go again, just playing that aggressiveness with the Seer comp here, getting a scan on one, finding the Gibby on two, now knowing where they are centralized here, getting a pick on one, getting the knock on Forsaken King. Noble getting knocked as well. That is 2 in a row, making it another 3v1 as he's trying to get the battery off. CSUDH Cardinal just eliminated right that. Now this team is really, really playing aggressive. 5 kills for Yazik. Twitch Votary, he has, I believe, 6. Then you got Yoroi. I have no idea what he's at right now, but
I think he said about 1, something like that. What I will say though is it's a very funny thing to see as we saw Cardinals Valk ult away from Team Revenge only to unfortunately fall to them. What we can kind of see from that is that they're a very aggressive team. However, Team Revenge hit 114 on the Ashe, going for the knock on the Ashe. Vaudry going in, trying to get another character. You have Yoroi trying to shoot off the escaping Valk, and they're just able to shoot him completely out of the sky with the triple beam. Norco Esports eliminated by Team Revenge, who seem to be stealing this game.
And just like that, Team Revenge brings it down to 8. 2 squads knocked back to back. Very, very clean plays here as they're just holding the ground over by Armory, waiting for any type of peek towards their way. Now they're just going to go for loot here off these Prowlers. And then you have Pingus as well getting eliminated, making it 7 squads remaining. Now there's just a lot of zone here. Very early for these teams to get knocked here in the 3rd zone. So you're just going to be seeing a little bit of downtime between these teams fighting again.
Yeah, and again, I think especially what you see a lot of is you're going to see teams like Team Revenge pop up a lot in the kill feed, and you're going to see them down and kill squads because again, the players can't see who exactly was eliminated or who. I don't know. I don't think they can't see who did it. Correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is going to be they can see, so I don't think they have it in anonymous mode.
Gotcha. They can't. Okay. So
but
they
in
can't
past,
see.
we have had it in anonymous mode.
Gotcha. That makes more sense. Okay. So again, so they can't see who was eliminated, but the one thing is that they can tell when fights are finished, and the fact that Revenge has been finishing all these fights very quickly, I think leads a couple of teams to say, "Hey, what's going on?" So Elite Company, I'm pretty sure they have finally figured out where this high AP team is located, and they're looking to cause a little bit of damage with the longbow. Russ Hour looking towards revenge, trying to get a little bit of damage. However, I'm pretty sure there is another team directly to his right as they try to get more points on the craft. They're trying to get all those extra points. And I do think that is still the same team sitting up top in the tower right there. Phase 1, actually. Never mind. With our man Twitchy
Yeah,
chilling
still
right
alive
there.
and strong. Not any kills, but a good amount of damage. Over 500 with the charge rifle.
Is he using
40
the...
to yeah, he's using charge rifle R3. He is a man of his word when he uses two of the best guns in this game, and Valkyrie. So you can tell he definitely is a meta man.
I'm putting in my letter of resignation. He
And look at Colossal Gaming now taking the high ground here from Big Chillin'. They decided to go against playing on the back end of NorthPad, and they decided to go for that high ground, just holding that site on Replicator, waiting for any peak that they can get a shot. But they're going to be getting countered here from way far back here from that Gibby. Look at him. Ooh. Smexitan almost getting his shields broken, but they're going to be trading for a little bit of damage between each other.
And one good thing about having
hot streak.
Oh, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Again, the one good thing about having the Loba in that situation is you're kind of able to not have to go super far. With all these teams starting to converge on this final circle, you're able to start getting a decent amount of loot here. However, a lot of shields are being broken. Colossal with the Kraber, Kylo trying to get something looks like a knock to try to contest this building. They do have a good position, so I don't think they're going to try to take over. However, they are trying to get that extra bit of damage in, trying to charge up those final shields for what I can only assume to be a very chaotic final circle. Again, because all the places that you can hide have pretty much been taken up at this point. So to see another team try to move in, we're going to see a lot of skirmishes and probably a couple of these squads eliminated. I want to say at least 3 until we move into the final 3 or even the final 2.
And now we see Elite Company going for the push on the bottom zone, holding that angle here. As you see a team by Armory as well, over by the den and the nests from the Prowlers. A couple of fights here. Team Revenge now down to 1. It's just up to Vatari as they try to get that bat off. Gibby going big time here as he gets knocked. Now one shot and Undiscovered loses. Vatari with a 10K and 9 assists here with 2,500 damage with 5 squads remaining. An absolute monstrous first game here for a Seer main, proving the aggressiveness works. And just, I can tell that if Furia, his Watson, are watching this right now, he would be crying seeing this play right now.
He'd be very proud. I think that this comp, especially in our current meta, leans very, very strongly, mainly because the extra aggression from all these characters. Again, Valk has a stun, Seer has a cancel, you revive cancel, pretty much do whatever, and you can see every little rat on the entire map. And if there are some Seer players who abuse completely their ability to have that heartbeat sensor. However, we are going to see them meet a little bit of contention as they start to move towards the area where people have already set up shop.
Now you see they want to get those peaks, but they're going to get a little bit of damage in. They're just going to hold their ground here, just waiting for a third party. A lot of these teams trying to just play conservatively, waiting. And as you see, they have a lot of utilities that have been expended so far, having to just use those bats up. And now you have a lot of teams starting to close in on each other with this zone closing in 50 seconds. So I'm slumped. You got Kylo and Smexitan again holding that high ground here. Colossal Gaming making a big mark with the nade. Huge damage here to break the Valkyrie. Do 40 as well on the Wraith, I believe. Now here you have a peak, another big 32. Just going for those tappies. Trying to... What was that anyway? Another Kraber miss here from Kylo. 5 squads still remaining. Now, NorthPad endings, I'm going to be honest, are a little bit resident sleeper. Because a lot of teams end up having disadvantage compared to others, such as Colossal Gaming, who have all red shields. Deathbox Gaming getting eliminated just then with 4 squads remaining. I think that's phase 1 on the end of NorthPad. So let's take a peek as they go for shots here. No, I think this Colossal Gaming is gonna be facing Team Revenge here very shortly. There is Seer almost getting knocked. Phase 1 is eliminated here again from Team Revenge. Now Yoroi getting taken down, making it a 3v2, going for the push. Gibby Bubble out. Now he has to do damage with the huge PK shots here, but he gets downed.
Team
Next
Revenge
he can,
eliminated.
wasn't able to complete, but it's final 2. Team Revenge eliminated in 3rd place after a huge game. Now it's Elite Company versus Colossal Gaming.
Very unfortunate. Elite Company trying their best to try to take out Colossal Gaming. It doesn't seem to be going the best. Unfortunately, slides into the storm. Colossal Gaming trying to go for some form of shield swap. However, it seems they've pretty much liquidated everything, and they're still going to be able to clutch it out in the end. GG's to Colossal.
Very good games here to mark a big win in the first game to stop Team Revenge from ending it with a massive, massive lead. They are still going to be able to hold on with those kill points, though, and they are starting their tread here to become the predators of this game.
And a very dominant performance that we saw from Team Revenge there. Again, having one of your players have already 19 KP is absolutely ridiculous.
Very much a GG. Ending on Northpad. Congratulations to Colossal Gaming for taking the win. And with that being said, we will be able to see those point averages here from the first game very, very shortly. So with that being said, is there any other points you wanted to make after that first game? Any other teams that you thought had an advantage here that just couldn't make it happen? We know Team Revenge did well, and we know about Colossal Gaming with their win.
Right, and again, I think what this game definitely came down to is we saw Colossal kind of, make that initial investment in staying up top on the crane area right there. Being able to pretty much control the entire area is very beneficial to their game plan, and pretty much won them the game there. They were pretty much able to charge shields, have the Loba ult for as much stuff as they needed, and just kind of sit there and wait until the moment was right for them to drop down, still holding high ground, and then proceed to be able to pretty much decimate everyone else there.
Yeah, so good timing, really good third party. But with that being said, we will be right back with a short 7-minute intermission. So players and all you viewers, make sure you get your breaks in now. We will be back shortly and give you a little look on that point spread here from our first game. See you soon.
Tell them say we ready, clip them on the cut she load. Shoulda know say we no regular. Anything we ready for, bet you never know. Bet you never know. Nah, go take no talk, I beg no pardon, that's for sure. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. How we are like the badness, we are like the globe. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. We are like the badness, we are like the globe. Bet you never know. Say we have the power, but there's things we touch the road. Tell them say we ready, clip them on the cut she load. Shoulda know say we no regular. Anything we ready for, bet you never know. Bet you never know. Nah, go take no talk, I beg no pardon, that's for sure. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. How we are like the badness, we are like the globe. Bet you never know. Bet you never know.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and non-berry pals. I miss you dearly, and I hope you enjoyed your quick break. We still have a few minutes before we tell you that we are in game 2. So, with that being said, a very good performance here from Colossal Gaming to start off our games strong with the win. But again, Team Revenge coming in with a mighty amount of kills. I believe that was over 15 to start it off. And let's take a look to see how our teams did here from groups 2v6. Colossal Gaming with 12 kills here and a total of 24 points in first place. Right in second place, you got Elite Gaming here with no kills, unfortunately, but was able to pick up those placement points. And then Team Revenge here with a massive 23 total kills and 7 points of placement, which equates them to be in the lead here to start us off with 30 total points here. So other than that, you have Phase 1 dropping in fourth place as well, doing a good start with 6 points of placement. And you look at this, first through fifth place all have a significant amount of points. You start with 12 points for first, 9 for second, 7 for third, 5th for fourth, and then 4th for fifth. And then you look down the leaderboard, you can see that points matter here when you get into those high placements. And as well as that, if you can be big kill leaders as well, you can really change the pace of this game, and you can make other teams sweat depending on if you are the predators or not in this game. So can they continue this strike, and can they continue winning these games? We're just gonna have to see as these games continue. But a little notice as well from our other games, you have some big kills here coming from groups 1v4 here. SRC with 9 and Revival Games here with 11 kills. Very good plays from them. And Rutgers University here from groups 1v4 getting 9 kills. You also have teams from groups 3v5. You have Kentucky dropping a big 10 kills here in second place, as well as OSU Black coming in first with 3 kills. So very big wins and kills here from all of our groups. But today we're watching groups 2v6, and Colossal Gaming was on top. So GG's to them again. And Blunder, do you have any notes that you'd like to make about these teams?
Again, I think next game, I would assume we're going to see some sort of Team Revenge dub. I think they played out of their mind being able to get 23 kills. Only unfortunately losing to what I would argue are the shortcomings of Stormpoint, being those large crane areas. They do tend to lead themselves towards teams kind of just sitting there and really using it to pretty much control the battlefield. Well, that can be good for them. For observers, not the most fun.
Yeah, and I would agree, especially when things get a little hectic. But thankfully, they are doing a mighty work behind the scenes. So thank you for our production team in the back for making sure that things run smoothly here today for us for Phase 1 Esports. And as well, here in Game 2, this is going to be the second to last one that we're seeing tonight here for Stormpoint. Now we're going to be going into World's Edge afterwards. Now, my question is, do you think these teams are going to be switching their comp style here for these latter half games? I mean, it's a much more volatile map for movement characters, and we know this for a fact. So you see teams who like to play Watson will most likely struggle in open areas much more often. So what do you think are we to expect here with these teams only having a few amount of games left to play the comps that they hopefully can use in future seasons?
Again, I think we're going to see more of the Seer Valk Horizon. I think we might even see the Seer Valk Maggie. I think maybe, at least from what I could see from that game, the bubble fights weren't as popular as normally. Whenever I see, like high-level gameplay, I think we had less bubble fights, which is a good indication that the meta is kind of trying to switch away from Gibby. Although bubble fights are very fun to watch because they're high octane. Gibby being one of those just absolutely dominant characters, I think will slowly start to get phased out as we have these more aggressive comps like Horizon, Valk Seer, Horizon Valk Maggie, who pretty much Maggie doesn't completely negate the Gibby bubble, but it makes it a lot harder to try to be there.
Yeah, absolutely right. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to hop in back to this game. So let's get ready for Game 2 as we go into Stormpoint match. Now, I'm excited to see Again, please just give us Watson. Is that all we can ask for? Like, I'd love to see Watson being played. I think if you know how to play her mechanically, you know her play style all the way to the T. I think it is some of the most high velocity gameplay that you can have here as an Apex legend. Of course, as well, I know it's not going to happen, but if anyone chooses Octane, one can only hope, right, that Octane gets played today because that's my boy. And I love seeing him play those literal Octane plays. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, very much so. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of issue with my browser, a little
oh, it's
little
okay.
yeah, a little confusing there. That was very strange.
Hey, look at
Um
this guy. He's trying to be an engineer and he doesn't know how to use his
Dude,
browser.
I'm not. I look. I'm going for a computer science degree. All right. I wouldn't go as far as to say engineer. All right. It's giving me a little too much credit. You know.
Dude, I went to community college. I don't know what the differences are. I'll be honest
Oh
with you.
come
So.
on, come on.
But with that being said, this game is all started and ready to go. Let's get into match two.
This is your champion.
Ooh, our previous winners here, Colossal Gaming. Look at that Loba skin. Oh my goodness. It's like a mix between the Power Rangers and what else? What else would you say? It's
It,
like
it's supposed to be. You know what?
it reminds me of Mecha Godzilla. That's all I can say. It reminds me of Mecha Godzilla. But anyway, here we go. It's this time it's going to be pulling a little bit more southeast, going up to northwest. So North Pad is going to be looking like a favorable drop for these teams. I'm guessing it's going to end over by checkpoint, but it could very well be a barometer ending. So don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, and again, as we look in, we're gonna load into phase one here. Twitchy, the guy pretty much behind most of this, will be the first one we are spectating today. Now, the question is, will he be observer cursed? That find out next time. Dragon Ball Z. I'm kidding. Alright. Again, I think Lightning Rod is a very strong drop point. Again, I think I was mentioning it last game. The fact that they're able to pretty much drop here uncontested and have complete control over a side of the map is just too good to pass up. Again, EVA 8 recently coming back into my favor personally. I've been using it a little bit more in my ranked games. It's been pretty solid.
I'm glad that you've been having a good rank experience. I've actually similarly have been having one as well, where I've been enjoying my games. I've been really having a fun time. And when are you gonna play again, Blunder?
That's
Like,
a
when's
good
that
point.
happening
That's a
again,
good
bro?
question. That's a good question. I was thinking maybe, when you're free.
Bro, every single day, man. This is my job. I get on the game. That's me.
You get on the game, grind.
Oh, this is a new team that I actually haven't seen before.
Oh, yeah,
SPO, Galaxy
SPO,
Shots,
yeah.
and Joker. We got a little Gibby Seer Val comp. So a very meta comp that you've seen, and hopefully if they play to the end, we'll get that Gibby bubble fight that you were hoping for.
Oh, yeah, no, I like watching him. As much as I have a large amount of disdain for Gibby, I do like watching those very high-octane fights. They are incredibly enjoyable to watch.
Look at this. Big shots here from SPO Shots. LMAO, if you got that joke, then you're going to be a good guy. Here you have the Prowler shots to give him the free KP, not free KP, free Evo Shield. Another big advantage, as you mentioned in the first game. Now here is the Heartbeat Abuse. One Prowler going their way, going to get themselves some replicator points pretty off the bat. And now phase one playing in, I would say considerably one of the best rotational spots that you can play on. There's a good amount of loot over by High Point. You can rotate over towards top command center. You can go towards that bottom cave where there are also going to be, I think, is that phase one going to be creeping and crawling towards them?
I think so. I was about to say, it
Yeah.
looks like, so again, the use of the heartbeat sensor on a very skilled player ends up resulting in complete understanding of who is around you and what is going on inside. So we're going to be looking at phase one trying to slowly creep on to SPO, which I think will result, again, SPO seeming to be on the back foot here trying to run away. So we might be seeing a little bit of early KP going to phase one, as they are trying to be a little bit more aggressive than we saw them last game.
Now, I think this is going to be interesting if you have phase one still playing on that top roof. I'm not sure if they've completely rotated or not, but I know if Cup Blue sees that their lightning rod spot on the rotation was already looted and gone, there could be teams fighting very, very closely here in the next few moments. And double light Cosmics. Okay, Cosmics. I see you, bro. R3, R9. This man's going for a little R500, R400 action. I see you.
The 4 hundo. Yeah, no, but again, I've been seeing a lot of, I think, it's gotten slightly better ever since they tried to make a lot of the shotguns more appealable. Like once they put when they put the Mastiff in the care package, they buffed the PK, Mozam, a little bit to the Eva.
I think if you guys watched ALGS, the Eva was a highly played shotgun, and it was very much utilized. And it was one of my favorite guns that I saw being played in fights. Truthfully, I thought it was a really aggressive game. You'd see Flatline and Eva. You would see R301 and Eva. You'd see Charge Rifle Eva. I even saw a lot of like Flatline Charge Rifle. There's just a lot of different guns that you saw people play. But the funniest of them all was, if you were listening in during ALGS, it was the Rampage spectator glitch that you guys heard. Yeah, it was a really funny moment to see.
Yeah, no, and unfortunately, SPO is going to lose one of their players right off the bat. He was unfortunately endgame, so they are going to try to be running to the top of Command Center, trying to maybe get a rotate out and hopefully be able to retrieve his banner so that they can have a fair fight in the end.
Now we're looking at Nation Gaming as well, going through rotation through Command Center over towards Wall entrance. And Wall is a very contested spot nowadays, so I want to see if there's a team that they're going to be seeing very shortly.
And the one thing, if you remember from last game, it was a very aggressive game. However, this time, it seems to have died down a little bit. At this point in the game, we were at about 13, 12 squads. You do see a little bit of fighting in the top right. However, I think we are going to see a little bit more of a relaxed game, as a lot of other teams are running the Seer, so they know where pretty much everyone is. So,
yeah, and when I started using Seer, which is kind of funny, I didn't realize how broken that the heartbeat sensor was. You literally get a direct, plain direction as to where that team is walking near you or shooting near you. So I think that's definitely needs to be looked at.
Yeah, very much so. Again, I think Seer, I don't know if it was leaked or if they announced it, but I'm pretty sure there was some news about Respawn making a couple of decisions to alter the meta, as in large nerfs that should be coming to Val, Gibby, and Seer, I believe.
And Loba, they're fixing Loba bracelet. Ooh!
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it's about time they're doing it.
It's been a season. It's been a season since it's been broken. And
she's such a good character too.
She is very good. I don't play her really ever, but again, no legend deserves to have their main ability be broken forever.
Truth. And it was fixed too. It just ended up coming back. But we're not going to keep talking about it. Here comes Norco Esports here. I think they have a peak here on a team. We're going to just have to wait and see as they get peaks over towards the northwest by Cascade Falls. They are also looking towards this choke point here towards the east. Not sure if they quite know where the team is. And I think that is the Team Revenge that's down. I saw your Roy.
Yeah, no, I was seeing that earlier.
Yeah, you said that earlier. Yeah. You did say that. Sorry about that.
No, you're chilling. No, I think I got distracted about the changes coming. But because I'm very excited for those, because it means more characters will be played, which is always good, because we've been, ever since Valk came out, we've pretty much been seeing like Valk, Gibby, and like some random Seer Bloodhound pretty much consistently. So, and also in Toss occasionally. However, we're going to see a little bit of fight between Cut Blue and Norco coming in hot, going very aggro here with the Prowler, going to be able to get the first down onto Vipsme. Nomad Super Deluxe have full shields and have fully reset. However, Luke is going to have to go for some reset as Norco takes pretty much the entire ground. However, they are going to be unfortunately caught in the Seer ultimate. A very powerful thing is they look for a little bit of a reset as the Gibby ultimate comes down.
So, oh, sorry, continue.
Okay, I was going to say Cup Blue having 2 members, both of them not full shields against at this point, 3 members who have full shields. However, Nation Gaming going to be coming into the fray. Again, all blue, however, they are pretty much coming into this fresh. However, MRL has to hit a little bit of a bat as he's going to be able to get it down. 14 squads still up. We haven't seen a squad eliminated in this fight. However, this much commotion has got to be attracting other nearby teams. So we might be seeing a very large fight on the edge of zone. However,
Huge knock.
far
Huge
below,
knock
going to get a
Nation Gaming.
huge knock.
Now you see the Ashport going away, getting another knock to take out Norco Esports here, bringing it down to 13 squads right on the edge of zone, meaning plenty of dead bodies here for Nation Gaming to go and pick their pieces from. They can get any kind of loot that they need. They can reset. They have 1:50 before the zone even starts to close, and it's second round despite that. So they have a lot of time to get that reset before any teams decide to come their way.
Very true.
Are they going to go for the Valkyrie though and just get a quick rotation, or are they going to walk it though? That's the question. I think it would be wise just to walk this type of play, but at the same time, I think that there is plenty of opportunity for a team to be on their toes. We just don't quite know yet. So if we take a look at the map here very shortly, we'll see what our teams are looking like, where we're going to be seeing the zone pulling, and it looks to me that it's over by checkpoint, and yeah, it's going to be that one of those games. You see at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squads out of zone. Only 3 or 4 really set up inside. 1 down beast, 1 right outside down beast, 1 north pad, 1 checkpoint, and then 1 on that choke point right over by Mills. So in the matter of minutes here, you're going to be seeing teams starting to converge on each other. And as you see right here on Mills, we're going to be having a fight almost starting off here. This is going to pop off very soon. They are so close to one another, and it should be going very shortly.
Yeah, and again, right by Mills is going to be where we're kind of looking to see those 2 teams converging on each other.
Ark and V with a big knock with the Craver.
Craver's up already.
Yeah, seriously. Tyler So Pro also getting another knock over by Mills. And if I am correct here, I can give you the name of the team over on that squad.
Kaiser Lakeland eliminated. Very unfortunate to see. Again, Big Chillin is going to be able to pretty much control this entire area on top of Kaiju. A very strong area to be on, especially if you have a Caustic who can lock down all those zips up top. The only way you can really get up is a Valkyrie, or if someone has like a Pathfinder ult. But
yeah,
now you don't see a lot of Pathfinders nowadays.
Just so you know, the team that got that knock over, by the way, with the Craver, it was Pingus Zaza Fort here from Ark and V, Lafonic, and Tyler So Pro. You've seen him in previous games before. Yeah, so
I remember
those boys over by Mill are going to be doing work. Yeah, Big Chillin', as you said, on Kaiju, looking towards the left. I don't really know what to call these buildings. Would you call them gazebos?
I call them hexagons most of the time. It's a fun word, also a very good geometric shape. You know?
True that. You love 6 sides, right?
Oh yeah, 6 sides made up of 6 separate triangles, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh, gets me going.
Oh yeah. Now here we have phase 1 again with Twitchy taking the peak as Valkyrie with a kitted flatline and a PK. So another goated setup. Here you have a team on the other side of checkpoint. 14 damage on the blue. But now they're just going to have to take it easy here as 11 squads are now remaining in style. Getting a knock on SPO Joker. Here you have the peak again from Moonshine FX. Try to get a peek on that Gibby, breaking his shield, doing another 46 as well. Getting really good initial damage here on this team, making them kind of sweat and play back on cover. So phase 1 doing a pretty good job at holding it on checkpoint.
Very true. Again, and it looks like phase 1 is starting to kind of close in on this team they're fighting right here. Again, they need this damage to be able to, not damage, I should say KP, to be able to really have a very good game here. They are positioned to take out Undiscovered and potentially be able to snowball that into a victory, because they do have good zone positioning, and they are the only thing that's holding them back is Undiscovered. So the question is, will they be able to hold back the onslaught of phase 1, or will they be cracked and downed unfortunately set back to the lobby. Looks like Alpha Beast with the Gibby ult getting hit by, I'm pretty sure, a G7 there. Not a lot of fun to fight, especially at those mid to longer ranges. And Gibby Bombardment's going to come down, and we're going to hear another knock with the Seer ult coming out as Phase 1 starts to close in.
With that going on and getting a really nice Gibby res, and they have the door held with a Thermite right in action. Phase 1 going to play that aggression here, getting another crack on the Gibby yet again, trying to get that knock, but he's just not out yet. There it is, undiscovered now, looking to be a 2-shot. It's a 3v2, big nade here with the Arc Star here. Now Phase 1 having to go for a reset as well, getting some bats off, but Twitchy not quite in the fight yet. It's still a 2v1, only getting pop shots on the downed Gibby. Here comes the PK to get the final shot, and it's going to be Phase 1 on top here on checkpoint here to make it 10 squads.
Very true, and again, this is one of the better places to fight because the only way up is Valk, ult, or Horizon Q, or Zipline. All three things are very clearly telegraphed by sound. You know, you don't have to have the best sound to be able to hear that, which is important.
Oh, and look at that nade damage here to go and push the center choke point. Wraith looking very weak to get downed, and there is the grenade to make in-style playback here and make it a 3v2. Oh, they're going to try to get that res, but that was such a huge peak angle here to make it a 3v1. Now, just Caustic remaining 88 to break, and Caustic is now going to be downed. Nation Gaming taking out Elite Company here. Very nice plays. And it's going to be 9 squads remaining now.
Very true, very true.
Ooh, again, we got a rat! We got a rat! Galaxy's ratting on down beast. Let's go.
I was gonna say, can we get a third person on that real quick?
Let's see how my boy is.
Let's see what we're looking at.
Very nice.
That's a pretty good rat spot right there. Unless you have a team trying to do a little bit of crawling up right there. Seems to be quite a good position to be in. You got that over slanted thing to keep any team right there.
Now look at this. You got 2 people amongst him. He just needs to be hidden like a bush in the wind. No one will notice.
Like a bush in the wind.
Yeah. You know the phrase, right?
Isn't it like a...
There is no phrase.
No. There is something. Do you... Oh, no, I was thinking of a Katy Perry song.
Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! Oh, someone's not going to pick up that purple and gold?
I believe so. No, it seems to no one has actually looted, not even Big Chill, and who's pretty much been sitting here for what it looks like to be like the past 5 minutes. Very bizarre to see.
I mean, you saw it from them earlier when they're on North Pad. They like to hold their spot, and they like to just be there for as long as possible. And hopefully it works better for them in this time. Oh, huge break here on that Seer.
Big Chill with the 30-30, a gun that I've been seeing, unfortunately, quite a lot, even though whenever I use it, bullet always slightly leans like to the right or to the left. I don't know, for me, it's not, I've never been able to use it. It's just been a very awkward gun to use. Why? I have no idea. Could be a skill issue. I don't know.
I to be honest, it's just learning the drop on it, and if you like to shoot it repeatedly instead of charging it up, you know, it kind of gets used to understand that delay. But it is it's like a really good weapon. Like, honestly, I think if you know how to use it well, you can get knocks in 4 to 5 shots, like, truthfully, and it just takes the right person to play it.
I like to be in someone's face with a Peacekeeper.
This is a very dangerous spot for Phase 1, by the way. They are in between 2 teams getting peeks on them. One on the door, one on top down beast. They are going to have to go for a quick rotation here. Do they want to take this fight as Papa goes for the peek, trying to get a hold right on the door? Nice little wall bounce there.
A little nice wall bounce at the tab strafe. Yeah. Very nice to see a little illegal movement as we're going to see Papa mid... Jesus, dude.
It's Papa Moonshine. His name is Papa. It's Papa.
Yeah.
And now we have another peek here from the angle of Phase 1 here, waiting for the peek on the high ground, and they are trying to get shots, but here comes the peek from Horizon, getting a nice thermite to hold him on the back corner.
little bit of a barbecue going on in this little pocket right here on the triple building. Unfortunately, it does seem like Phase 1 might have to see if they can somehow get a little bit of a Valkyrie off, as there seems to be a Seer ult right next to them as a fight ensues. Phase 1 stuck in this corner right here, trying to do something, getting Seer queued from the other team in the other building next to them. They pretty much have 3 teams breathing down their neck as we just watch the Seer continuously teabag in the corner. Oh, it does look like Cardinal, unfortunately, seems to have a DC. The good part is that he is back, thankfully, and I don't think Phase 1 picked up on that, which is good for them, because if they did, we might be seeing a different outcome here. As Cardinal looks to see if they can get a Horizon off here. They're able to trap 2 members in the corner, 147.
That was
R9
big
going for the Seer.
What is happening?
Going for the punch. I am very confused as to what just
That was a
occurred.
big brain play to a forehead play very quickly. Horizon did a really good job at getting that initial damage by pulling them in from the inside. But now Phase 1 is being able to defend to make it a 3v2. Now they are holding it off, thinking a 3v1, trying to do big damage to the Horizon to finish it off, but they are all low themselves, getting the finish on 2, and they just switched it back just like that.
And again, all of them being able to pretty much just remove all the members of CSUDH Cardinal. They do still have the Horizon up. However, very unfortunate that she's now in a 1v3 situation. Has to see what she can do. Fox Gaming eliminated.
Jinx.
You owe me a soda.
You owe me a Coca-Cola.
No, not a.
Oh, CSUDH Cardinal only having one member
Pingus
remaining,
Zaza
and Phase
forward.
1 is on them like a hawk. Oh no, this is not looking good for them. And how did you not see him?
I think it was like right. I think it was like right outside of his his view. However, Phase 1 did see the team right next to them, and they are going to try to contest the bottom area of Kaiju. They are again going to be unfortunately stuck in another corner. As you're going to look at Nation Gaming getting a decent amount of damage, breaking the shield on the Valkyrie to try to get one of their teammates. This Valk was pretty much completely just out. Oh no, that was just a single. We're gonna see Hot Streak, Big Chillin', and Phase 1 eliminated in just a little bit. 4 squads remaining as we look at a Kaiju ending here. Very interesting thing to have, because you do still have that under area that I don't know if still able to, occupy. However, it does allow Nation Gaming to get that nice loot right there as they proceed to hold the top area. It does look like there's another squad right immediately below them. Pretty much as they do have this Seer ult being able to see pretty much almost everything in the entire zone. Unfortunately, it does phase out. There is another team right at the corner of the tail of this monstrous beast as we look at all these teams trying to see if they can get something, and they are able to. SPO eliminated 3rd place. It's going to be a 3v3 to end it off. Here we're seeing a couple of team shots with the Gibby. Nation Gaming going in with the Gibby ult. The other team does have cover there, so he might unfortunately be hitting a Seer. Seer gets down just in time to not be hit. Unfortunately, he's still stunned. Still gets a nod on Komix, going for the finish, and Nation Gaming is your Game 2 champion.
Very, very nice plays. They just executed that at the end, through and through. Played the high ground till it was only necessary to drop. And there you have the Valk, Seer, and Gibby composition to win. Why did I say composition? Anyway, good games overall. The Nation Gaming to take over the second game. Very well performed from all of the above to win it out over on Downed Beast. A very hard position to play in here from a lot of teams. There's just so much elevation. There's so many different angles to play from. And all in all, you'd love to see those final fights here to end it off in the game too.
Yeah, and again, I think the addition of the Seer is definitely one of the things that led them to victory. Being able to see pretty much your enemy's entire, just where they are, pretty much. You have a heartbeat sensor attached to your arm, You can see exactly where they are pretty much at all times. So it's going to be very strong.
Yeah, and with that being said, We will have the points here very, very shortly. So what we're going to go ahead and do is give our players and you guys a break for just a few moments here. So we're going to switch on over to a short intermission, and then we'll be back with the overall scores, game 2 scores, and most importantly, game 3. See you guys shortly.
What goes up comes back down, and your day will come around. And I don't wanna fix this. You already like this for good.
Bet you never know. Say we have the power, but there's things we touch the road. Tell them say we ready, clip them on the cut she load. Shoulda know say we no regular. Anything we ready for. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. Nah, go take no talk, I beg no pardon, that's for sure. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. How we are like the badness. We are like the globe. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. How we are like the badness. We are like the globe. Bet you never know. Say we have the power, but there's things we touch the road. Tell them say we ready, clip them on the cut she load. Shoulda know say we no regular. Anything we ready for. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. Nah, go take no talk, I beg no pardon, that's for sure. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. How we are like the badness. We are like the globe. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. How we are like the badness. We are like the globe.
And welcome back, my funky friends. Game 2 just finished up, and we are back from our break. Let me just break it in real quick to you and let you know that a couple of teams really outperformed themselves. A little bit of a switch up here from Game 1. This time, you got two teams who were notable here. You have Nation Gaming coming in first place, but also being your kill leaders here with a total of 26 points, 14 kills, and then they get those 12 points stacked on for being our match winners. So behind them as well, fifth place, right? You have Phase 1 with 12 kills here, giving them a grand total of 16 points. So they got 12 plus 4 on their placement. So as you can tell, being on those top 3 really makes a difference because you see Cup Blue and SPO both having 0 kills to their name, but garnering themselves 9 and 7 points alike. So Blunder, it just really makes a difference when you are playing for both kills and placement, getting that early KP, going for that placement at the end. And it is very, very good to be aggressive because if you are aggressive and confident in holding your place in a POI late game, then it can really change the tides for these matches.
Right, and again, I think we saw a similar story to last game, where the team that gets the best position ends up just pretty much winning it all. Again, I think Storm Point is very much so like that, where getting just good positioning, I would argue, is just imperative, is just paramount. Nothing else, I would argue, is more important than being able to, try to get that good top positioning, being able to hold it down with like a caustic or something like that, and then being able to, push teams out of places that can challenge you. The power of the 30-30 we saw last game, being able to dink people for 96 across the map
Yeah.
and continue shooting very quickly. Again, with the Sentinel, also can dink for large amounts. However, you do have to recock and keep going. Longbow hits for 55, does a lot of headshot damage, however, just does not shoot nearly as fast as other marksman weapons.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. And I just want to see it more, honestly, because the 30-30 is a much demon mode weapon when it's in the right hands. So when we get into game 3, there can only be hope that we see a little bit more of it. But also, you can't forget your favorite gun in this map, the charge rifle Wonder. It just keeps doing the work it needs to. You see it time and time again. It'll just keep winning games. It will do just that. So, as you saw, games 1, games 2 really makes this overall a pretty interesting game. So we're gonna look at the overall matchups. I think here with these games going in, I'm not sure if we have that up quite yet, but with that being said, I think we are looking at a pretty close lineup between at least 4 teams. So we will continue that. I believe we are getting ready to hop into game 3. Character selection is among us. So who is the sus one of the group? Who's going to be the outlier here? Sorry for making that among. I really do apologize. But it just had to be said as we continue on. Who is going to win it? Who's going to be the winner? Is it going to be any one of these new teams? Are we going to have any previous winners? You have Colossal and Nation Gaming both being teams that have won with miraculous point spreads. Do you think that they're just going to continue getting themselves in better positions here in these future games?
Well, again, it seems to be that, you have these teams that are very, kind of all over the place. Team Revenge getting eliminated immediately kind of was, I think, a wake-up call to a lot of these teams. Feel, okay, now that the big dogs who first game took out a third of the lobby, so pretty much all these teams knew it was like, oh, okay, we have this team, and we don't really want to get decimated by them, so we want to make sure that we're able to kind of keep that same momentum going. So if they're able to make it past first, I think Team Revenge can do something. Another team to watch out for, Hot Streak, being unfortunately somehow the most consistent team on this leaderboard. Very interesting. Them in phase 1, both looking like very good contenders to be able to get high placement.
And let's see how they roll as we are ready to get into game 3. Let's see how we do. Oh, it's a-okay as we wait. I believe we have just a few more moments before we get into it. So, on that note, I'm ready to see where this drop shit lands, and I think it's about to happen in a few seconds here. So, let's get ready to see where these players are going to be going this time around. We still have similar drop positions as you saw. These teams are going to be pretty much uncontested here in the beginning of these matches.
Is that a rampart?
We see a rampart. Oh my goodness. Gibby, if I see either a Mad Maggie
I got a Maggie. I got a Maggie.
Okay, so we have
Deathbox hitting the
Valk,
Maggie
and Gibby. That's also good. We have Seer Wraith and Caustic.
This is your chance.
Very interesting place. Very interesting. Look at that. Oof. Such pretty badges. And it's going to be, all right, so it's always been diagonal for the most part. Here we have a look at these teams going for the drop, and they're going to the similar positions. So back to our normal banter wonder before these teams start to go for some contention. I really want to see a team kind of contest a drop. That would be fun to see.
I would agree. Yes. I think it's very interesting to see stuff like Maggie, and as we look, it's just a fantastic character to watch play. So aggressive, especially with that wrecking ball, being able to. I think one of the things that people eventually figured out is that a wrecking ball is not necessarily made to be something you throw into a fight, but it's more of a movement thing to be able to engage into a fight. It's something you use before to get that original speed boost, those original couple PK shots. You know, especially with her warlord speed, being able to hit a PK shot off the bat is just so powerful in getting that first knock in a fight and making it a 3v2. I think we're going to see a lot of that this game, hopefully out of Deathbox as they are running her.
Now we
Nation.
see as well. Sorry, I just had a kind of a longer yawn than I expected.
That's all good.
No, it was not even like a jab or anything. It was just like, why am I yawning right now? And I ended up tearing up. I have tears, so I apologize.
That's okay.
But with that being said, my beautifuls, I think it's really time that Mad Maggie starts getting implemented into this next season. Hopefully, she has a takeover. I think that'd be so fun. Her character hasn't really been given that special juice that you see other characters given, such as Gibby, Pathfinder, who always have their shining light in every single event. I want to see Maggie just have something absolutely kick ass.
That's true. Hopefully she does get some kind of town takeover. That would be very cool. Again, some kind of warlord outlands like kind of area, like post-apocalyptic kind of thing.
Skull Town takeover.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. I would like a Skull Town takeover
Imagine
for Maggie.
a Mad Maggie Skull Town takeover.
As much as I hate Kings Canyon, that does sound pretty fun.
I mean, a lot of people like to hate on Kings Canyon, but I've always been a fan. I don't know. I'm not so much a hater of things. Like, a lot of people are mad at Stormpoint. I think it has a lot of positives to it that it's added to the game. Like, playing in ranked has, for the first time, felt like a challenge playing late game. You know, there's very rare times where you are like, oh, it's the third zone and there's only 2 people left. You usually have 5 or 6 teams that are usually trying to play that zone now. And it's almost like the difficulty of this past split has conditioned some of these gold lobby bobbies to try to play for that plat material, you know?
Very gold lobby bobbies. Never heard that before. Very nice. You're gonna look at Deathbox Gaming though, the Maggie unfortunately doesn't have a good shield. However, Rampage PK with a little thermite grenade is enough for her to be able to do something as they start to open fire over there. Riot Drill going out, gonna see if they can get a couple of tags. Again, remember Maggie's passive is if she hits someone with it, she is able to see where they are, and I mean, based on the outline, essentially, most people who are in this tournament have been playing the game long enough to know, based on the outline, who someone is. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see Maggie start to be implemented here. However, it does look like Up Blue does not want that Maggie smoke, and they are going to leave.
Yeah, they really are just saying, see you later, alligators. Cup Blue making the initial decision to play on the outskirts of the map here, making their way towards North Pad, I believe. Or is this? Yeah, this is towards North Pad, yeah. Making that slow crawl, waiting for any type of movement. It looks like in Game 3, they have decided to be a lot more passive this time around, saying, you know, we would rather go for beacon, go for loot, even if we don't get that KP initially. Finding those teams later on will be more beneficial. You know, especially it's all about finding those isolated fights because nobody likes a third party, and being the ones to third party is honestly some of the easiest KP you can find in your life. So
very true, very true.
Just being wary of what goes on around you can make a big difference. And here you have Deathbox Gaming and C-Note Cave trying to get a little look-sees with his heartbeat, not getting any scans though. So going to be able to leave C-Note pretty uncontested.
Yeah, I'm looking for those little engages with the Rampage, trying to get, you know, scare those teams off. I think a lot of teams, when they hear the Rampage, they remember the when it dropped, just beamed around a corner while someone was just holding the fire on it. And it still does happen, albeit less because it wasn't the crafter, so I think it has fallen out of favor. And I don't see a lot of people pick it up anymore just because the Spitfire is also ground loot. But again, it still does. There's a little bit of PTSD left behind from its original release.
Oh, remember the 55 mag?
Yeah, that was. Oh.
You remember that?
Oh, of course.
It was just so sad. Spitfire.
Oh, I love it. It's a couple shots coming towards Deathbox Gaming, and thankfully for
Where's
them,
that
none
coming
hitting.
from though?
I
Oh,
want to say towards
do you see the right? Do you see the Gibby on
yeah,
the right?
right. He is
Look
running,
at
and he is
this.
gonna
It's
be
time
able
for
to
the
get a couple
repeater.
shots. Yeah,
So it's gonna be Kaiser Lakeland. Yeah. Here we have a look from 12F Cali, Emily's Cheeks, and P Stark.
some of these guys' names, man.
You know, you just gotta respect the culture. Kaiser Lakeland taking the soft approach here, going through cave, gonna be going for that easy rotation over by barometer. Your boy Ziggy here from Death Fox taking a peek inside, not having any scans, and it looks like this is gonna be an undone armory, so they're gonna have this for free.
Again, it's a very strong thing to get one in this area of the game because, again, Maggie doesn't have a good shield, so the ability for her to be able to level one up here and be able to be that entry frag and take that entry frag control a lot more seriously is going to be very beneficial for them in the long run.
Just being able to stack up on all types of loot. Hopefully they do it in fast enough time to give themselves that gold drop. Now, as well, the Rampage. I played against Rampage players yesterday, and it was disheartening. Like, the amount of damage that gun does in very little shots is despicable. But as you see, they get scanned by a seer here as they go ahead and finish up this armory. Deathbox is going to be waiting for a team to be waiting for them to go ahead and get out of here. And do they survive? And here it is. This is what we heard in ALGS. You clap away when this happens in the stage. It was a spectator glitch, and it was just, I was so joyous. So as soon as you go ahead and I believe switch teams completely, it'll go away. But we will wait until it does happen, and it's still saying. So that's great. So we'll just play it out.
We'll play it out. Look at King
later,
Zaza Fort going
end.
to Cup Blue. And yeah, just that chunk in the background.
And there it is.
Not the best
Goes away. And just
when
like
the zone
that,
comes.
we are going to go ahead and move forward the zone closing on barometer. And just like that, we have ourselves a second zone to start off. Only 2 teams down here starting off in the second zone. Still a lot of game to play, and we have ourselves another contention from Kaiser Lakeland trying to get some big shots. 18 on them. Here we go.
Good Gibby
trying peek.
Gibby using that arm shield to perfect effectiveness, trying to be able to stay aimed in while also flicking to a bunch of separate targets. Cup Blue here, R3 30-30, doesn't like any attachments, unfortunately. However, that has not stopped me in the past, and I'm a much worse player than any member of Cup Blue. So I think they will be able to make much better work of these weapons at their disposal.
Now, I hope that what ends up happening here is that these teams are going to just hold this point out and wait for another team to just go ahead and play that rotation. And it looks like they have already made that switch, but Seer on the opposite side is going to be the one getting their shields broken first. P-Stark looking to do big damage, hitting another 28 on the Seer. Let's see as they go ahead and wait for that peak. We're going to see in just a few moments who that is. But right now, we have a look from 12F Cali, seeing another peak from down below. And it's going to be Cup Blue, as you said, going for the rotation. They are completely split. Look how far away the team is from each other.
Yeah, they were kind of forced to do this by Kaiser Lakeland playing very much so as a collective unit, trying to team shot their members. Again, a very strong play style from these players. However, they are eventually probably going to be able to meet back up again as the rest of his site blocks him, and he looks like he's going to be able to get to the next building because of that very unfortunate. Again, the default R3 model does have that weird. I love the R3 iron sights. However, those weird 2 fins on the right and left sometimes do block a target, especially at those ranges. So sometimes having a sight is nice on them. For Gibby, I have no excuse. He had a 2x. Should have been able to. Just kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow, they're not even playing the Gib bubble. Right off the rip, they're just going for the Valcult to go for that rotation. And here you have Hot Streak here, only having 2 left, trying to go with the ult itself, but they're going to be getting contested as well. Here is Papa Maget, the last one for phase 1, going for the respawn on Moonshine. Very clutch play from the teammate.
Very nice to see. Again, unfortunately, Twitchy has been eliminated and will not be coming back for the rest of the game. However, we can see what a 2v2 this will be, as both Hot Streak and phase 1 both have 2 members.
Woo! Big movement here. One to take down the Seer, making it now a 1v2. Papa Miguel, unfortunately, being the one who is down. He had all the loot, so the only member remaining actually has nothing. And here comes the third party here from Team Revenge, trying to get some more KP, but gets scanned here from the Seer. Little does Team Revenge know, Hot Streak only has 1 member remaining, and it's Infinity.
Infinity looks like he's going to try to be able to heal up and do something as Team Revenge slowly starts to track them down. Again, one of the strengths of Seer right here, yet again on display. And I think a lot of people were wondering, oh, why could he be getting nerfed? This is one of the reasons why he's so strong, because you can tell where pretty much everyone is. With Bloodhound, you have to use your view to scan. With Seer, all you have to do is ADS or just have your view out, and you can see pretty much everything on the map. He's not as broken as he was on launch, but still, he is a very strong legend.
Now here is Infinity for Hot Streak, staying alive, going for the rotation. Not too much health going to be taken off as he goes and rotates. 13 squads now remain here as the 3rd round ring has just began. Making it into zone just in the nick of time. Going to be looking around, waiting for the right moment to try and get that rotation. Unfortunately, not being able to pick up the Seer teammates banner, Zaraki.
Very unfortunate for Hot Streak now. They're going to have to try to see how they can get the res. However, for right now, it's just going to be him chilling. Phase 1, Moonshine, last member of the team, looking to play either...
Do you know what's funny to me? Oh, no, let's continue. I find it funny how Phase 1 and Hot Streak both went into that fight as 2-mans. They both get third-partied, and they both leave as a 1-man. So it's like, it's not like they're completely out, but it's like, well...
They lost some resources.
Yeah. And Papa Maget actually got his banner picked up here for Moonshine, so it's completely okay then. But Cut Blue gets eliminated here, as it's now going to be 12 squads here. As Pingus, Zaza, Force, Laphonic, Arc, NV, and Tyler. So, bro, I'm so glad I got to say that in a professional caster voice.
Pingus Zaza for Jesus.
Yeah, Pingus Zaza for up against CS UDH Cardinal, Nobel, Flex,
on the
and
Rampart
Forsaken King.
This is the Rampart team. Hopefully, we get to see a little bit of Sheila action. Always.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it now too. I think it's a little bit sacrilegious that Forsaken has a 2x on his R99.
Really?
I would rather put the 2x on my Mozambique, because that's like a long distance weapon. Oh, let's swap.
Oh, I love it on the R9. I think it, at least for me, I've talked to a couple other players about this, but the 2x on the R9 for some reason makes me hit more shots. I don't know what it is. It just makes me feel better. Can I just? It's like you know when you put like one of those long range sights on a gun in Call of Duty. That's more like like on like an SMG in Call of Duty. That's I think a good comparison with it.
See, I like the 2x on the car, but I don't like it on the R9. Is that weird to say?
I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of it comes down to personal preference. However, I mean, the 2x overall, I would just say is probably the best sight in the game. Clearest picture. Probably best, like, you know.
It gives you like magnification in general. Like a 1x is like a 1.14, right? And like a 2x is a genuine 2x.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm really happy to see this is the worst sight, I think. Unless it's on a
Team
charge
Revenge
rifle. Team Revenge is taken out again early on here as the 12th squad out. Unfortunate. And Colossal Gaming, our previous game 1 winners, taken out as the 11th squad. So 10 remain.
And it looks like we're about to see another team being eliminated. This has been, big chillin'.
Ping is Zaza Fort. No!
No, not Big Zaza Fort. How will I ever?
No, here's Russauer as well getting beamed on. Elite Company taking a peek as well as 8 squads now remain in the 4th round ring. This zone is really truly to be a testament to a lot of these teams as you got sudden impact, waiting for the peak here to break the shields, going for the peak on Horizon, and Hot Streak is now eliminated. 7 squads remain. Elite Company doing good work here as this 3-stack finally picks up the KP that was needed.
Again, they've so far been one of those teams where like they're exclusively playing for placement. They're taking those long range fight. I think this is their first KP so far in this entire day of play, which is nice to see. Finally picking up those points, and hopefully this will give them that confidence that they need to be more aggressive. Because I always like to see the aggressive teams. It's a lot of fun to watch. Very high octane, very fun. We're gonna see a Gibby bombardment just come down on the Prowler camp. Not very nice with this wildlife, however. I don't think it was meant for them. 2 teams right here fighting out. It looks like Kaiser Lakeland is stuck in between 2 separate teams. Multiple Valkyries coming out. CDUHD Cardinals trying to get a little bit of extra damages. They just try to run for their lives.
Now we have Kaiser Lakeland holding that point as well. This is a really good choke point to have if you play that high ground on these top buildings, as you see they do now. And they have themselves a drop. Let's see what they get. A nice little Volt skis. Very nice plays. Playing the Volt PK, dropping the R301. Going to hold on to that ammo just in case, though. So Kaiser Lakeland in a very good position with 6 squads remaining. P-Stark needing to heal up a little bit. I wonder how he took all that damage.
I wonder how he did, too. It might have been to zone. Caustic gas.
Nation Gaming, because Nation Gaming's pretty nearby right now.
That is true.
Here you go. On the MRL, you got P-Stark waiting for that peak. Here you go. No, it's going to be just very little time here. 25 seconds before the zone close, and these teams are about to all verge on each other. At least 3 in the same position and a break on Horizon.
Yeah, and, Maggie forcing the Rampart to back off. A very cool kind of, unfortunately, they are going to be Gibby bombardment here, and they're just going to have to tank it. One of the sad parts about not having Gibby, they are going to use the Maggie ult, however, they are going to be eliminated. Just a very unfortunate positioning there. Deathbox Gaming, the only team with the Maggie, to be eliminated.
Forsaken, King, and Flex, also the 2 remaining here, trying to hold that peak on the outer end zone. Here is 12F Cali. Waiting as Gibby looking to play that drop on the Gibby bubble. And is that enough time? Really good timing to wait. There is the Horizon, and Val, can he escape? He is just going to have to peak damage, and Emily Cheeks gets the knock here with the Volt. Very nice play and gets the finish. 5 squads still remain here, and you got Emily Cheeks here with a good kill, picking up that KP for Kaiser Lakeland.
Yeah, and again, very strong plays from Kaiser Lakeland, holding this area down. It does look like they are going to try to contest the Gibby Rez, and it looks like he's going to be able to just sneak right behind him. However, the 180 the turn and burn with the PK. CDUAC Cardinals flex, turned and burned. Honestly, yeah, I was going to say, he can get eliminated. That was a very nice shot.
Emily Cheeks, I'm sorry, but what just happened? We almost having it sneaking up, dropping a big 130, but then getting a 90, just completely 180 birded on with a PK for a 1-tap pop to knock her. But that is going to be a-okay. We're going to be running it back as Nation Gaming comes in for a third party here, as CSUDH Cardinals was just eliminated with 4 squads remaining. Wraith and Seer both broke. Nation Gaming going for a couple of yucks on those nades, trying to hit some big damage here, getting the reload and breaking one. And now they're going to have to play that bubble quite early here as they're going to have to wait for this zone to start closing, as it's going to be 25 seconds remaining before it's going to be on that final zone. Elite Company playing on the bottom, waiting for an attempt to get a push. Here is that play from Sear as he goes to the door. And these teams are about to fight very shortly here. Gibby and Sear on the way to fight.
It does look like one of those teams is going to be holding the wall exclusively as the other three teams struggle for some sort of hold on the. We have one team on top, one team at two teams inside, and one sitting on this wall right here. The wall team is currently getting Sear queued multiple times over. Looks like we're going to have a couple of skirmishes in between the windows to try to force one of the teams inside to med or the team on top to drop down. Because if they do drop down, the teams in the buildings have a lot better of a chance of being able to push them, as opposed to having to go up and fight Elite Company. Nation Gaming trying to go for those shots, however, unfortunately have to be back.
Now you have a knock to take out Kaiser Lakeland to bring it down to 3 squads. That was going to be SPO doing most of the damage. After they got, I believe that was a res on Emily Cheeks, they re-knock. Now, as they have 3, Valkyrie gets broke twice. Russauer waiting for a peek to try to get that re-break on Gibby, and they do. Round 6 zone is about to close. The Sear not picking him up. And now this is going to be very intense as the zone starts to close. One team in the building, one on top and one on wall. Who do they focus and who is going to third party? There is the play on the mobile respawn beacon.
Again,
2 mobile respawns. Okay.
Oh yeah. Again, the one
3
confusion.
mobile respawns. Okay.
Again, these teams are just trying to set up a little bit of cover as they know the chaos that is about to ensue. Again, SPO very smart to put the Valkyrie in the air, trying to see if they can get some form of extra positioning. However, it seems the Valk is kind of dropped behind the zone and is going to take a little bit of extra damage. However, the Valk is going to be behind them. SPO trying to hold the best that they can. Get the positioning here behind the wall and hold that. That's what they need right now. I think they should really just kind of try to stay behind the wall and at the last second push the tree. However, they are slowly starting to do that. Elite Company, however, does have the high ground here. Nation Gaming holding below, waiting ever so patiently for their moment to strike. Gibby Bombardment's coming down. Let's see what happens.
Nation Gaming waiting to play. The bubble was really, really well placed. Unfortunately, quite a bit early as the Gibby bubble is played. The Gibby ult was played, as you said. There goes the Q. Stunning 3. Very nice play there. Now you have, look at them, just still playing that roof. Sear has gone to the opposite side, but that Sear Q is going to actually hit both of them. SPO now waiting to play that third party, going for an 18 with the PK. Now they're all playing double bubble trouble. Here they go. SPO with the biggest advantage, as it's the final 2 as Elite Company places third, and SPO is your third game champions. Very nice play. Playing that edge wall to the best of their ability, waiting for that final fight here right on the building, and they just absolutely top performed there. And very congratulations to SBO for winning out that game 3, taking out some very big competitors as well. And I am just really excited to see what it makes it happen with those game 3 results, Wonder.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited to see. We'll see you guys after the break.
Bet you never know. Say we have the power, but this thing we touch the road. Tell them say we ready, clip them on the cut she load. Shoulda know say we no regular. Anything we ready for. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. Nah go take no talk, I beg no pardon, that's for sure. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. How we are like the badness. We are like the globe. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. How we are like the badness. We are like the globe.
And welcome back, my funky friends. We miss you dearly. And that game 3 was a mighty fine performance there from SPO with the 6-bomb drop and giving themselves 12 placement points to give them a total of 18 points for that game. Very well played, as well as Nation Gaming right behind them with 6 kills as well. Our previous, I believe, game 2 winners here getting back-to-back really good placements. So that's going to bring them up on those overall leaderboards very proficiently. Now, right behind that, you have Elite Company dropping the 3-bomb. So they got 3rd place, giving them 10 points. And other than that, it was a very, very overall even game. But at the very bottom, unfortunately, you see in 12th place, Team Revenge dropping an 8-kill streak and then getting taken out, unfortunately, pretty prematurely. But they picked up 9 points regardless of that. So good plays on them.
Yeah, no, and again, I think the what I think is you can aptly call the Furia game, the Furia playstyle.
Yeah.
It's something we're going to see a lot more of. It's something I'm very happy to see. Again, they performed very well. ALGS, unfortunately, DZ did win. However, it was very fun to watch them play it, pretty much like ranked pubs. So I think I hopefully that's something we're going to see soon in comp. I'm very excited for that because it's a very powerful comp.
Oh, yeah. You see them time and time again just going for those kills early on, and it worked for them very well in the first game. But let's see if they can carry it out as a W. They've been just inching their way towards good games, but it just hasn't clicked quite yet for them to pick up that champion W. So, with that being said, though, we are going to be changing gears here going into these next 3 games. You just saw we played a few matches of Storm Point, but now it's going to be going and switching to World's Edge. So I believe that we are going to be seeing a little bit different play style from these teams. It's going to switch up a little bit, but how much is that going to differ from the comp? We are going to see very shortly. And we hope you guys are along for this ride, are enjoying.
Oh yeah, I will be enjoying these matches.
Yeah, we love World's Edge. Trust me. You know, as much as we love Storm Point as well, World's Edge just hits a little bit different. I want to see who's going to be contesting at Fragment. I'm going to see if we're going to have ourselves a thermal station ending. And most importantly, I'm going to see who is going to be taking over the beloved Skyhook and see what's going to be happening over there.
Yeah, and again, something from last season that was very apparent. We had a team called Internerd Gaming where a lot of
Mm-hmm.
teams refused to contest them in Skyhook because of how proficient they were fighting there.
Mm-hmm.
It's very funny because towards the finals we had a lot of teams say claiming where they were going to drop, like they do in ALGS, stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that, like claiming POIs, and a lot of people were like, "We don't want to contest them. That's not something we would like." So it's very again. So hopefully we might see another very proficient Skyhook team. Always a fun thing to see.
Oh yeah. And if it just depends on who can get that rotation first. It's a very familiar map to a lot of these teams, so it just depends on who is going to be the first to go and challenge another, or is it going to be a pretty laid back start here on World's Edge? There's a difference between, are you going to be seeing that aggressive comp style from other teams such as Team Revenge, or are we going to be watching for those teams who just want to play for zone? Now, I think the most important thing that we're going to be seeing here as we hop on in here to game 4 here of 6, it's going to be phase 1 that we're taking a look at, playing my drop spot here in ranked. I love going to staging, so it's a good peek to see. Unfortunately, not having that exact look to see where everyone's going to be dropping at the start, but that's a-okay. We will find a look shortly to see where these teams have gone. But at the moment, we see Twitchy going ahead, getting that peak and getting that early zone as he's now going to rotate. You have Moonshine going to play by Triple Village over in the rural parts of Apex and World.
The rural parts of World's Edge.
Yeah. I mean, it's true, though. Ooh, look at this combo, by the way, from Papa Maget. Yeah, the PK longbow.
It's a very I like that combo. It's a lot of fun. I think especially one of the things that I like to do with Maggie personally is I love me a PK, and then if I can get a Kraber on top of that from the care package, that is also a very fun combo to do. To do a lot of fun things with. Go for some clips, enjoy yourself. Yeah, and I think that looks like to be what Maget is going for here.
I mean, he picked up a purple stock. Maybe he might switch it if he finds a good enough gun to go for the switch.
I would too.
But yeah,
Especially
honestly,
early game. Yeah, I think it's a very good swap.
see, a lot of players that you see in Pro Comp like to play the sniper shotty right off the rip, and then late game they like to go and switch to the AR for the teams who had to play aggressive early on. Because it's usually known that if you play very aggressive early game, you usually get caught out by a third party. But for most teams, as you've seen, like especially in ALGS from Team Furia, it could switch up on the dice if teams aren't ready or calculating these plays against them.
Right, and again, I think one of the things that is very very nice movement. I love it when they do the double jump
They
on
love the
super
rope
lift.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, I love watching that. It's so much fun. But no, again, being able to catch a lot of teams off guard with those very aggressive playstyles and very aggressive loadouts like R9 PK, flatline PK, pretty much anything with a shotgun, you'll be able to catch a lot of teams out if you're able to get up close and personal and try to barrel stuff them.
Now let's take a look over by thermal station. It's looking to me that it's going to be this way. I believe it is out of zone, so it's going to be over towards fragment, if I am correct. As of now, you have our first team out of the game as of now, coming from Colossal Gaming, taking out CSUDH Cardinal Squad.
Very unfortunate to see them go pretty early. Again, they are a team that I think is very important to look out for. However, very sad to see them go early. Look at a little skirmish here in the beginning. Again, those long-range weapons, longbow 30-30 engagements coming out here.
Here you have the peak from CSUDH as well. Not CSUDH. This is
that arc star
peak. Yeah, that was a long shot.
The casual
that was a Tom Brady.
The casual cannon right there. Jeez.
Now let's take a look at this peak from these two teams, though. Who has the better advantage here, the team by thermal station or the team over by choke point? What? They just give that point up. They want to go for the aggressive push. I think they get a knock on one as they go for that peak. Oh, but they are Valgulting just in the nick of time. Now they have themselves a chance at getting that survey beacon. So no sweat for them in the long run of things, depending on if this team wants to fall back on them. But Cup Blue is going to be eliminated here from Yazik's Vatari. And that's insane that you see those plays here coming from Team Revenge.
Yeah, and again, Team Revenge seems like a team that likes a lot of the smaller maps, such as this. This
Mm-hmm.
is a very good place to be if you want to just run at people. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's very funny to watch it a lot of the time because people
Now
just go.
I think, yeah, this is another contention here right off the rip here from Luke Dota. Here with the Horizon all going to be destroying that in the nick of time. That's probably Horizon's biggest weakness here, as their ult takes so long to charge and gets destroyed in literally less than a clip from a Spitfire.
Yeah, and again, Norco seeming, I'm pretty sure, fighting, I don't even know which team this is, but they're trying to go for
This
something
is
here.
Hot Streak. Hot Streak was just
Hot Streak.
eliminated.
Oh. Just as I figure out who it is, they get immediately eliminated. Very
Commentator's
sad
curse,
to
baby.
see. Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything.
It's all good. No, you can always speak, baby. Don't worry.
Let's go!
Now, Luke Dota trying to take a peek with the heartbeat for a sec. I think he tells them they're in the clear. Going to get that time to loot up and wait for their rotation here as this first circle is closing. I believe they are out of zone too, so they're going to have to move very quickly. Kaiser Lakeland also eliminated. Here is Pingus Zaza Fort here in Lava City, looking for a peek as they get into a skirmish. Tyler So Pro getting absolutely beamed from Ranch with the flatline. Here comes Lafonic here going with the Cyril, but they got Arc Stars of their own to play that, and it's going to break the shield of Lafonic. Now, Arc Envy and Lafonic from Pingus Zaza Fort have to play their life as Arc Envy gets knocked. It is now, unfortunately, going to be up to Lafonic to stay alive.
Oh, it's the Seer bug where the Seer ult floats up in the air.
Yeah. And there they are. They just got beat up too by Fade None to tell you nay. Undiscovered now with some RP and KP of their own as it goes down to 10 squads. You got Alpha Beast, Fade None, and Ranch doing some hard work here in Lava City. I wonder where the zone is really going to be truly ending.
That's a very good question. I'm also getting we're gonna see where it is. Seer ult still J chilling right there. Let's see if they can get a couple scans.
That's a Valk from, I believe, is that a solo Valk or is that a full team?
I don't know. I mean, there's a Seer ult over there, which is enemy to them, so I assume there's a full team. But
Luke Dota just gets knocked and full killed by Yazik, and Yazik takes out Nomad as well. So I believe that is not a good look for them. They might get knocked and taken out of this match to be the 10th squad. Here is a nice little stun here and a good scan from Seer as they go with the bubble push, all three of them, but he gets a stick back. Going to be trying to be playing separate, and Undiscovered is eliminated. And that was going to be, I believe, Big Chillin' here coming with their KP. Making a big approach here on World's Edge after unfortunately falling short here for 1 or 2 games on Stormpoint. But now LTC Zora going for that quick movement, being able to push on top of train station before they make their crawl towards Big Mod. But here comes your boy Ziggy, Cold Killer C, and it's gonna be Evo as the 3-stack as they make that rotation into Lava City, waiting for a peek here on the other squad. Can they get the kill, or are they just going to have to wait?
That's the golden question. Unfortunately, no Maggie this time on World's Edge, which I feel like is the better map for her, honestly. But again, we're going to see, I think, a lot of aggression coming from this team as they try to get a little angle on the Valk. They see him flying right now. And is that a charge rifle I see? Yep, yeah, that's it.
That's a charge rifle.
That's
the new Devo.
Oh, the new hop up?
Yeah, it's the new hop up for the Devo, yeah. And we also have ourselves a repeater here to put in a little bit of damage, but the team has already moved all the way to Big Mod.
What if they're going to try to go for the Valk ult here?
I don't think so. They're probably just going to try to walk it, but if they end up coming into an issue, they will bubble an ult just to have safe keepings.
Very true. It does seem like they're getting kind of lit up from All the way from Big Mod.
And
Oh,
take a
they have
look,
those.
by the way, at the banners. Sorry, keep talking.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Oh, 5 kills. Ooh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say no. The team banners are now in the shop. You know, all the
Oh
teams that
yeah.
were playing over at ALGS. Some
Yeah, I
pretty
believe
cool
it's the
ones over
second
there.
rotation. So if you want to pick up, I think it's Navi, Team Liquid.
Hmm.
Forget the TSM. One more that I can't remember, and another one that I can't remember. I know there's 5 in the shop right now, but if you are looking to pick those up, they are
I
in the
think it
shop right now.
was. Oh, what was it? It wasn't Complexity. I think it was Complexity Gaming.
It might be. Yep, there's the Valko.
Yep. There they go, waiting for their time to strike, and I think they're just gonna go for a full rotation here.
I think that is probably the better play in this scenario. Again, Big Mod, especially if they're standing on the ceiling, is very difficult to contest, especially if you get cracked while trying to attack the bottom floor. It's a very, yeah, and again, oh, it looks like they're going to face a little bit of resistance. Wallet Geyser taking the high ground on this larger building. CRQ coming out, going to get a little bit of info. This other team has phase 1, tries to see Colossal aiming, though, coming in on top of the Caustic ult. Going to be able to down Yotori and Yazix, and Caustic's Gaming was, Caustic, Colossal Gaming was eliminated by Team Revenge. Again, at 3 kills, 7 assists for Vaudary, which only can tell how many kills they probably have currently. Team Revenge, one of those teams, very aggressive play style. Again, their comp is very aggressive, just a very aggressive team overall, and I think one of those teams that it's nice to look out for in a lot of.
And as you say it now, they get their shot, but phase 1 finds themselves in a little bit of contention over in a choke point by zone. They are going to be playing by triple building all the way in Geyser. And this is one of those final end zones where it depends on who can just play the position the best at the end of the game, because it all depends on who has high ground, who is playing the right building, who has the most utility to wait for a final fight. That's what I think it's truly going to be. 3-4 squads all waiting until the end, unless one of these teams just absolutely makes a run for this money.
Very true. Phase 1, one of these teams being able to hold this building with the longbow PK. Still sticking it out. Ooh. I'm getting a little bit of a weird. Okay, there we go. Yeah, my video went
Good.
down for a little bit. That was very bizarre.
No, it's all
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
Papa
no.
Maget with the longbow has a 4-8, looking for scans, not really getting too much right now. But he does have an angle on one, but he's getting charged rifle already. So there are teams already parked in the back of Geyser. So is there any teams that are going to run up on them, or are they just going to kind of live amongst each other as neighbors until this zone closes?
Again, 7 squads left in Geyser is a situation where you don't really want to push anything, because to get to any other building is a little bit of a trek where you leave yourself open to getting charged rifled by whatever team is on the top of the hill. So we're probably just going to see a lot of CRQs, maybe a couple of other things here as we look to Team Revenge, who is playing a very aggressive area for Geyser. And going to try to play around the tunnel and back off. However, Yoroi going to try to roll up on this building right here, get some better positioning, see what he can do. Gold Shield going to hit the cell, PKR3. We're going to see what both of them can do here. Oh, and it seems to be that the entire team is rotated around, trying to hold this selection of kills up here, which I think is the very good play, as they want to be able to really have some sort of place to back up, heal up. You don't want to be stuck inside of a cave the entire time, because if you do get stuck, it's not a lot of fun for you.
Especially when zone is right on your heels. It can get really dangerous for a lot of these teams. Also, look at a lot of these players playing the team banners. You just saw a Team Liquid one right there. Very pretty.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Very pretty.
See, I bought an 100 Thieves one in the first circle. I might have to get a second one, but I'm not sure which team what I should get. What do you guys think we should buy here for the next set?
I bought the one I wanted. It wasn't really because of what team I was rooting for. It was just because I like raccoons. It was a raccoon.
Yeah.
So I got the raccoon.
Have you seen Pom Poko?
Of course I have. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
Dude, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Truthfully, I'm glad you've seen it.
This is a very weird movie as well. If you know the part I'm talking about, it's also very bizarre.
Are you talking about the rug scene?
Where they're all flying?
No, It's like,
Oh, that yes. That
do
one was also.
you know what you're all sitting on?
Yeah, that was yeah. Oh, jeez.
Anyway, here we continue on. Team Revenge getting that peak here with 7 squads remaining. Look at this big yuck of a Tom Nady throw.
Ooh.
Another team right here looking for a peak. It's phase 1 holding the inside as you got another squad here on that top choke point of guys are ready to fight, waiting for some type of knock. And it looks like they are holding the absolute high ground at the moment.
Oh yeah, and again, making sure that no other team is going to try to peek them from the back, hitting a bat. And again, these guys can just kind of vibe here. If anyone pushing them is suicide, they can just pretty much hold up here, not have to worry about anything, continue to get damage, and try to be able to clutch out this game right here. As a drop is going to be right in the center of
Yeah.
Geyser. No one's going for that. If they are, they're
I bet
crazy.
you someone is. I bet you someone is.
I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe a Mirage or something. I don't know. Maybe
You
is
think
it, I don't even think they're
Mirage
even.
is playing right now?
Oh, someone went for it, and then they're getting
Yeah.
charge rifled. Beam,
What do they
and then back
get?
inside.
What? I wonder what they did
One
get, though.
Phoenix kit.
That's a bat. That's just a bat.
One Phoenix kit.
Let's take a look over on this end. It looks like there's teams on pretty much every single building and every spot you can hold. Oh, and we got some push, a horizontal over in that middle building. It's going to be blown up pretty immediately. Phase 1 is getting shot by Big Chillin'. Here comes Mind Wandering and Zora here trying to go for the Seer ult. Gonna see if they can get some peaks here on this team. And now Team Revenge was just eliminated here in 7th place. Here comes another peak here from Big Chillin'. I think they were just fighting. And this is the third party. Here they go. 1 down, 2 down. And now it's time for 1v3. Big Chillin' trying to stay alive. Mind Wandering.
They're all just trying to, 1 HP, just trying to stay alive here. However, they do have a knock, and phase 1 unfortunately eliminated in the 6th place. And Big Chillin' being able to survive here, getting off their meds, making sure they're getting a full reset before the next and probably final fight. As there's only 5 squads left in a very small area. That's a very funny arc star.
Now you got Zora looking to peek with that PK, all charged up and ready to go. Only a blue bolt on the gun. So many boxes to loot as 5 squads remain. He is obviously going to get scanned. Zora now just waiting for a peek on this team to go for a push. Do they know that he is solo? They do. The bubble comes out just in time, though. And he's going to be able to play back and have his 2 teammates play the bubble. Mind Wandering and Death Call, both playing back as well. Are they going to get converged on by multiple teams? It might happen. So right now, going for a nice Q, getting a shot on one, not being able to connect any of those Q. But Zora's now going to be going for a peek on the bottom side, seeing one here. It's Wraith getting shot, 75 broken. And now he's going to go for a peek as the Wraith does get the Q off. Now getting broken themselves, having to go for a quick rotation to his teammates. And that Wraith is 1 and knocked. Zora getting 2. And now Seer getting fought with that Wraith and Valkyrie. Seer now the last alive. And Elite Company is now eliminated. Death Call taking out Russ Hour, going for the bubble res and getting the shield swap like a true teammate. Mind Wandering playing what's up. Very good plays.
Very nice from Bing Chilling. Big Chillin'. Bing Chillin'. Again, playing right here inside of this house, trying to get those shield swaps, trying to make sure they're able to survive for the next fight, and most definitely the final one. Getting those resets, the big meds, the small meds for the gold shield, making sure they can get, just prepared for the ensuing chaos that's about to unfold.
At any moment now, you will see the final 3 squads ready to fight. SPO being one of them. Getting knocked out in 4th place. Big Chillin' trying to get that high ground here in the 5th zone as we start to see it close. 10 seconds remaining.
And they're going to be able to clutch out this high ground right here, right above this specific building. Zora taking literally the high ground is going to be sitting pretty much right above another team. Unfortunately, he will be Seer's scanned because, again, Seer is just so good. He can tell exactly where people are, and he wants to get those scans immediately so he can
And
alert the
that
rest of his
scan,
team.
doesn't it go like up to 75 meters?
Yeah, it goes very far. Like, if you can look, like, right there, like, honestly, that's not even really actionable distance, especially in this kind of zone right here. So the ability to just hit that cue, make sure he knows where everyone is, he knows what members of the team there are, is just so unbelievably strong.
And here you have, with this being said, the final fifth zone being closed, the sixth one about to come in. Let's see how Deathbox Gaming holds on to this situation as a full 3-stack here with purple shields and swaps, holding the inside building, probably in the safest position of the 3 teams.
I would agree.
Now
Again,
you
having
have... Oh, yeah, continue.
oh no, I was going to say again, having that staircase to play off of right there, it's very difficult for people to hit you through it. However, it's very easy to hit people through it. Those little slits right there where the stairs are very shootable through if you're sitting on the actual stair part rather than on like one of the floors. So again, they do have a decent amount of protection from below, and above they do have a caustic who's pretty much able to counter any kind of push that any other team would try.
And especially with the Seer as well, if you get the caustic gas off with the scan, it's lights out. That is an unbeatable duo right there when it comes to being able to have beams and smoke that does damage. So it really can outplay some of these other comps. But if the Gibby can play their bubble well, then it can be potentially a counter to a Gibby caustic or a caustic grenade. Now let's look at this team taking the peek on the opposite side of the building. The other team right below them, Deathbox on the heels.
Trying to, yeah, no, they're just, again, every other team, again, the Gibby ult are coming out arguably a little too soon, as the entire zone is going to converge in that one rock formation in the middle. We'll probably see some shotgun fights on each side, teams trading blows. And we're going to watch as a lot of these teams try to, unfortunately, the solo looks like oh no, he's not a solo. Unfortunately, the Gibby's going to see if he can get the up. However, he might immediately die to the zone. Yeah. Very unfortunate. Oh,
yeah.
and he gets hit
there
by the
is
arc
big nades.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be one final man remaining, needing to heal inside, but he gets scanned and caustic grenaded.
Yeah,
so toxic.
No.
And that's going to be a finish here for that team. Nation Gaming eliminated. Now 2 remaining. It's Deathbox Gaming holding the bottom ground. Bubble goes out, knocked on the Gibby. This is looking to be all up to Mind Wandering Zora.
Very good bubble.
Very, very nice bubble, taking out the gas. That's what you needed to counter that Gibby gas, the caustic gas.
I like Gibby gas better, honestly, as we move into these last 2 fights. 3v2 right here. Again, they are able to hold on to the high ground. Ziggy getting immediately downed, and Big Chilling is going to be able to use their superior positioning in a very effective manner to be able to control the entire game and end up clutching out the win. GG's.
GG's indeed. Big Chilling is most definitely being chillin' after winning that game. And just an overall congratulations for clutching round 4. Now, Blunder, making fun of me, looking at the camera, and that's fine. But let me just say, guys, congratulations overall. To win that game, it was Big Chillin' here to come out with massive coverage here on Geyser. But Blunder, is there any notes that you'd like to make before we take a quick intermission here before Game 5?
Not that I can think of. It was a very good game, a lot of fun to watch. I'm super excited to talk about the point breakdown after the break.
All right, we'll see you shortly.
bet you never know. Say we have the power, but there's things we touch the road. Tell them say we ready, clip them on the cut she load. Shoulda know say we no regular, anything we ready for. Bet you never know, bet you never know. Nah go take no talk, I beg no pardon, that's for sure. Bet you never know, bet you never know. How we are like the badness, we are like the globe. Bet you never know, bet you never know. We are like the badness, we are like the globe.
Welcome back, my party people. I hope you enjoyed that quick break. And game 4, wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Game 4 was just finished. We're going to take a quick look over at the leaderboard to see how these teams are doing. And so far, so good here in day 2. Groups 2 versus 6. You've got game 4 having a winner being Big Chillin', of course, with 11 kills and a 12 placement points, giving them 23 in total. And Blooder just continues to laugh at my demise. And that is fine. As we
I'm
have,
preying
as well
on your
as that,
downfall.
Team revenge. You know, all of my biggest supporters are my haters. You know, DeBears, if you're watching this, you definitely know what I'm talking about. And you have Team Revenge here in 7th place here, grabbing a 12 kill Predator game right there. So they were the most kills here in game 4, and they got 3 points plus the 12, so they got 15 points despite being in 7th place. So very, very nice plays here from these teams. You got Deathbox Gaming and Nation Gaming as well, also playing very well in that game. Blunder, is there any other notes that you'd like to make besides Pingus Zaza 4 and Colossal Gaming?
Whichever team, which was the third team, the third place team last game?
That was Nation Gaming.
Nation, I'm so sorry. They were bullying you. That was mean. I watched that. I was like, oh, that was mean with the Arc Star. Very unfortunate timing.
Mhm.
You know, you had both teams focusing you. I don't think they had a line in sight on each other, but they could see each other, and that was just bullying. And then the cherry on top was the caustic ult into the doorway. I was like, that's me. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do him like that.
He
That
was so
mean.
low. The zone was closing on him, and you threw a caustic gas right on the doorway.
That was mean. That was
just
mean.
cheese. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but again, Team Revenge not having a win, however, being in first place is always very funny whenever you have those happen.
Mm-hmm.
Always very funny circumstances.
True that. And with that being said as well, is there anything else that you'd like to add with like the likes of SPO continuing to be consistent? You have Phase 1 also getting in the top 10. There's a couple of teams that need to pick up the pace in order to contest here when we get into this next a few games.
Oh yeah, no. Again, I really want to see. I think Deathbox Gaming is starting to really find their mojo, starting to find out what they need to do. So I think we're going to see a very good performance out of the next game. I could also be wrong, but I think we're going to see a very good performance. SPO also being just consistent. Excuse me. Woo. It's also good to see. Yeah, no. And then again, that's about it.
All right, now with that being said, I believe we are heading into the dropship right about now. So we are going to take a look and see what we're going to be heading into here for Game 5 of World's Edge. I hope you're excited to see what we have to offer here with these teams for the final 2 games of the night. We are wrapping up. We are making great time. My voice is absolutely shot. I've never sounded so bad in my life.
Oh, you sound fine. You sound
honestly,
fine.
It sounds like I sound like I'm a dying parrot. Let's be real here, guys, and that's fine. It's 9:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me. We are doing absolutely fantastic work, and if I believe we are ready, I think we're going to be heading into this final game, or this. I think we are not final game. This is our 5th game.
Yeah,
And
this
we
is
are
the
not
fifth game.
even started yet. We're waiting on a few
Yeah.
more people to load on up before we get into that drop ship. So my apologies. This is getting a little messy, and I really do want to say that I appreciate each and every one of you guys for stopping by. And apologies for being on the new channel. We are going to get everything sorted out and fixed here for you guys for our day 3 performances. And I can't wait to see the rest of our teams who we have not seen compete yet amongst this screen. And I can't wait to cast over those people as well for you guys.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I'm, again, very excited to be casting here again today. Get to watch some nice Apex content
Mm-hmm.
on World's Edge. Good map.
Oh. Also, do you know what I didn't notice before?
What's
I
up?
didn't see that there was like a waterway behind your head
Oh
on
yeah,
your
no, no.
background
So if you
picture.
look right here,
Mm-hmm.
you look right here. These are signs of erosion. If you look at all the lines right there,
Mm-hmm.
those are signs of erosion from that river right there. So you know, millions, maybe millions of years of that river flowing have caused those lines as water levels go down. You know, transporting a lot of the rock away and depositing it at another location.
Very interesting, if you ask me.
Oh
Good to
yeah.
know. And now, with that being said, after your quick geology lesson, we are into game 5. Let's get it started here as we are headed back from a complete climatizer start here all the way to the south side. Let's see where these teams are going to be dropping. A few teams contesting here over in climatizer. Let's take a look.
Oh yeah, no, climatizer again is just it's a very weird place to be. I feel a lot of the time it's like just a tiny lava siphon with worse rotate options. However, the one thing is are able to pretty much control one side of the map if you do gain control of it. You can kind of, you know, look at epicenter. And so if a team lands in epicenter and there's another team landing at climatizer or survey camp, and you also have a team at overlook, epicenter becomes a very dangerous place to be, and you need to run out of there immediately. Now with Cup Blue right there, as you can see on the left-hand side, dropping at Landslide, I feel that is a much better choice, as again, it's a little bit more difficult to rotate into there, and they have a lot easier of a time rotating out there. So again, if you because you have that large giant wall, you have a very nice overlook right there, the little platform hanging from the crane to get a nice, as you can see, a nice angle on other people. See what you can do. See if you can see anyone over countdown. Like, oh, very nice jump stop. I don't think that works anymore, but it's still
Yeah.
stylish whenever I see it. Again, you know, there's so many weird, not even weird, there's so many fun movement techs in this game that is, and they keep changing a lot of them. Like, I remember when you say able to punch to increase your speed while going downhill. I do miss that. That was a lot of fun.
That was pretty recent, too.
Yeah, and that was recent. But again, a lot of those movement techs just eventually get removed or changed because not only are they not intended, but they do kind of sometimes break the flow of the game.
But it's all depending on the user of said things to make things work. And honestly, social media has kind of changed the game. Like if this were a popular game and like before forums were a thing, like imagine all these texts being introduced. Probably not. This probably wouldn't even be a thing. Let's be real, guys. I'm making really hypothetical situations up in my head that make absolutely zero sense. So that's fine. But as 15,
Well, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. That's just me.
No. What I was gonna say is, if you look at a lot of other games before, you know, forums or things, a lot of these like different techs, like in Quake, or you know, Smash Melee and stuff, you had a lot of different techs being passed around by other players, word of mouth, and just seeing. And I think, you know, one game that I think does it. Again, I have mixed feelings about the game. One of the games that is very punishing, but you learn from your mistakes, is Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
You get punished in that game with a certain strat, or like someone has this weird angle. You then learn, okay, I need to be aware of that angle. I need to learn about that angle, not peek it, or just pre-fire it. And I think, you know, that is a very good way of doing these things. Again, different things such as tap strafing were around with, you know, Titanfall 2, Titanfall 1. They've always kind of been in the engine. However, in Apex, they are an essential part, as it is mainly a PvP game, and it's a battle royale as well. So being able to utilize the entire map to the utmost effectiveness is imperative for you to be able to win. So again, it does come down to it, but I think there are, you know, ways that people would learn about these things eventually.
It's all up to hearsay. Whether there's multiple facets, as you mentioned. So I think, regardless, everyone here is going to be using whatever they can to really strike a major note in their gameplay and in their point brackets. And as long as it's not illegal, such as movements that have been described before, as long as it's a fair, fun game, then it's really up to anybody, depending on who just has the sauce a little bit more.
Oh yeah, no Bangalore glitch, none of that
No,
weirdo
yeah, none
stuff.
of that. None
Ooh,
of
and it looks
that.
like we're gonna be seeing a couple of shots coming
Oof.
out from Kaiser Lakeland with the charge rifle right on top of the skyhook of skyhook.
See, like,
That
did
is
you
a
see
very
that?
yeah, it's an unfair angle right there. That
No,
is
just in
oh
general. Like, he misses most of the shot, but at the very end, he ticks it and it goes for 51.
oh yeah,
Like,
that's
that's
all that. Hey,
insane.
that's the only part of it that matters. And again, even the four can just be abusing, not abusing, just annoying for the other person to get hit by.
Hmm.
And again, we're just gonna see. I think again, Kaiser Lakeland has been a team that I think needs to really show up, show out, and be able to get some good performance. They are in 14th place currently, so I think they need to come out and show what they're made of here. Looks like they're going for a lot more of a passive strategy with the charge rifle. However, P Stark going to be taking a lot of damage. They're going to be having to hit a PK.
The Phoenix just comes in clutch in so many situations. You would be surprised. I actually
Oh
love
yeah.
rocking the PK. Well, not the Phoenix, not the Peacekeeper, the Phoenix kit. I prefer the Eva 8 over the PK, honestly. I'm
I
just
don't.
really bad. I hit too many nines. It's tilting.
There was one day where I was like, you know what? I've hit too many nines. So I went to the firing range for like an hour and just practiced with
Mm.
PK. And now we're more in the 20 to 30 range, which is not the best, but
Hey, it's better than 9.
yeah. And then occasionally you get like the 98s, 99s, 72s.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the best. Makes you feel like you earned it.
Oh, Norco Esports and Elite Company being eliminated just like that to make it 12 squads.
Very aggressive fourth game coming out here. Very surprising.
And here is Kaiser Lakeland making that rotation over to Countdown. Emily Cheeks alongside 12F Cali, I think, are both going to have a blue swap for them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, wait, Mr. Postman.
Yeah, but again, this is a very interesting game because a lot of these teams are just trying to make it into those final circles. However, they are going to be caught out by a lot of those aggressive teams. One of the things I do like about World's Edge is it feels a lot more cohesive as a map personally, and you're not going to have as many choke points. Also, Valk is not required. A lot of teams will still run Valk on World's Edge. However, on Storm Point, if you don't have Valk, you're instantly at a disadvantage because there's just way too much stuff that you have to pass through to try to leave.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. It's just really it's unfortunate for a lot of teams who want to make that initial aggression, who want to be able to get that KP, and then they have all that work done for nothing due to a simple alt.
Yeah, yeah, it is unfortunate. Again, I think she will be getting a big nerf soon, or at least when the new season comes out. Maybe
But she
whenever.
did get nerfed. That's the thing, though.
Yeah, and she's gonna get nerfed again. I don't
Yeah.
think again. What did they nerf specifically? Was it the alt range, correct? Slightly.
Yeah, and it made it so she couldn't rotate anymore while she was in the air. She had to stay up in one direction.
Yeah, that was a good change because it's easier to beam them out
Mhm.
of the sky. But once you get up there, it's a
It's a
little
little
different.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Q's coming out. Oh, I see
Phase
some
1.
nades.
This is their drop spot. Holding on the whole time. You got Moonshine, Twitchy, and Papa Baguette. Got a couple of shots over on the right-hand side. I think that's another team, unless that's just a third. That's their third who's playing kind of out. I think so.
Yeah, I think it should be the third. If he was playing that aggressive close to another team on the right, I think the team on the right would just immediately go for the other guy.
We can only hope that something happens out of here. Sorry for the voice crack. My
That's
voice
okay.
is
No,
gone.
I got. Hey, that is a okay.
So, It looks like they're just going to be playing for shield, and Twitchy's like, all right, I got my purple shield. I'm out of here. They are okay with rotating now all the way to Harvester. They're even just going to go to Highway and head to Thermal Station. They're like, you know what? He just was trying to shoot for Evo shield. He got it, and now he is A-okay with not participating in the fight anymore.
Is this a thermal station ending?
I believe it's going to be somewhere around there. Probably right by the choke point over by Thermal.
Oh no. Oh no, not Pingus, Sansa, Fruit, Laphonic. Unfortunately going to be taken down. Alyssa Pro and Arc and V are going to be the other two left. Try and make something out of this. They are going to be able to have the advantage in this choke point right here. I don't know if they spot Arc and V. I don't know. Oh, but the other team does. Unfortunately, he's going to be forced out. Fuse? Fuse? There's a fuse?
I see a fuse, and that's going to be Yoroi switching from Horizon to Fuse here on World's Edge.
Let's go here.
And here comes Moonshine and Papa Maget playing the rat spot on the lower hand side of Thermal Station, but they're going to be being peeked at pretty immediately. So Moonshine making that leave first. As Twitchy is downed, he is going to just have to stay alive as long as he can as he's getting peeked at by multiple here on that top choke point by staging.
She's just gonna try to crawl off. Oh, there's a Gibby ult coming down. It looks like. Oh. I was like, maybe Twitchy can get out of there. Oh, that's a.
And it looks like Papa Maget is also knocked, so it's just up to Moonshine to rat it out here on Thermal Station. Luckily enough, he is the Valk, so he is the best one to be the solo.
Very true.
But he is getting shot at almost immediately from Emily's cheeks.
Multiple different teams.
Yeah, multiple teams shooting at him, and he is officially one shot as it's going to be in style, and eliminating him as phase 1 is going to be the 11th
teams
squad
running
eliminated.
the charge rifle now, and it looks like Nation Gaming is going to be taking that thermal position spot.
This is the spot that you saw Antimatter Gaming hold time and time again in previous seasons.
Yeah, no. Little 84. Little 84. Oh no.
C24 flash. And he has a flat line just to shoot at him. Do a little bop 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 bop.
A little bop 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 bop, you know. You know how it be.
Another break here on Gibby, and that's gonna be SPO eliminated here to make it 9 squads remaining here. It's Nation Gaming going for that peak, trying to go all the way up to the top, as it's just up to N Style, MRL, as Barbalo's at the bottom. No, Barbalo went up. He's playing with them. That's his teammate. I thought they had different colors, dude. I really did.
Oh, all good, all good.
Here you have Nation Gaming again, just holding the peak. They are probably going to be the most sought-after team here in the zone, especially with 9 squads remaining.
And again, the next 15 seconds, we're going to be able to see where the next zone is going to be played. I would hope and pray for the rest of the lobby that it's not going to be in Thermal Station. However, the fact that I said that means it's going to be in Thermal Station.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said anything. That was my mistake.
It's okay, though.
Oh, so wait a minute.
We were hoping it's got to happen at least once every tournament, right?
Yeah, that's true.
No, here comes Team Revenge, getting naded from across the map. Getting peeked at from Bridge on that top train cart right by the tunnel entrance. It's Vodari and Yoroi holding back, getting the fuse Q right on him to make him play back by the choke point. And it looks like they're getting peeked by 2 different squads. This is looking dangerous for Team Revenge.
Yeah, Team Revenge having to play in this chasm right here. Again, a little precarious. Looking like they might try to go for the launch tower right there. Trying to get some sort of reposition going on. Or maybe they might just have to walk it. There is a team sitting on that rock, though, waiting for them to make a move.
And the fact that they're walking exposed on the right-hand side, this team not fully aware that they're there, but they are going to be trying to look for that peak. They're just going to completely walk and wrap around. Do they get shot? It looks like he is going to be weak, but he's not going to be completely out of here, only having his shields broken. So he is going to have time to rotate. But is there another team in his vicinity?
He's seer. He can see. He knows. He's a
And
seer.
it looks like there is going to be a team on the opposite side near the care package. Let's see what Vatari does as he goes for the slow rotate.
This is a very precarious situation. They need to be able to have a Valk here. If
Here
they
he
don't,
is. Vatari inching right behind him, trying to get some kills. Gets a knock on Zaraki. I think it's going to be a 1v1. It's a 1v2. He's going to try to get this finish. Yoroi now in it. It is going to be a 2v2 now.
looking with his flatline, seeing what he can get. Finds the caustic 88 on the down. Gets the kill finally. 4 kills to Vodoroy's name. 9 squads left. Yoroi with the fuse. Going to be interesting to see what he can do late game, especially. Fuse, one of the only characters to probably be able to counter that thermal station play. No, I don't know if there's another character in the game who could do that, but just a casual 103 onto someone very far away holding a head angle. Very nice to see from Vodoroy.
Now he's going for the Tom Nady. Going to see if that connects. Maybe a little short. The Nation Gaming sitting pretty still. KP, they're in zone. It looks like it's going to be a little bit out of thermal station. It's going to be headed towards the train station right on that middle choke point.
It's a very rough zone, especially for a lot of these teams who need that cover now. If one of those teams makes the initial investment to get into one of those houses, they will be looking nice and pretty for the final zone here, as we do have 9 squads left. So,
You got...
So,
oh, yeah. What were you going to say?
no, you go. No, you go.
Okay, so I believe I was going to say, with these teams now holding on to these points, especially in these buildings right here with 9 squads remaining, as this 4th zone starts to close, I think there's going to be a few teams who are going to get eliminated prematurely. Oh, a team right outside of Colossal Gaming. And now I'm a little too curious. What were you going to say before me? Did you forget?
Yes.
Okay. So here's Slumped.
Very
Looking
nice
for
stage.
a good arc star. Not being able to connect, but he has vision through his heartbeat.
That's wild. That's so good. It's just so good.
Like, look at this. Bing! 2 scanned right off the rip. Now Colossal Gaming knows where they are.
They know it's a 2-stack.
So does a Team Revenge hold and try to get this kill? It looks like they're going to try and make it
It's a
even
charged
matchup.
rifle on the ridge. Already
Yeah.
sniping at them.
Multiple people getting angles on these teams. Multiple
Yo,
teams
boys.
from all around just slowly closing in on each other.
Yoroi is just being an absolute menace, trying to hold a different angle. And it looks like they're just trying to play the outside of this house. And I don't even know what they're trying to do. Are they just trying to bait or something? Looks like they're trying to bait both teams into each other, trying to get them to fight. The fuse ult does come out, and it looks like they achieved the result. It does look like Semitan is going to take a large amount of damage and have to be pushed back by the fuse ult.
So he is going to have to go for a reset, having to pop that med kit. Kylo waiting for a peek here from the fuse ult as it now just simmers. This seer ult also being a little bit impactful here as he gets hurt. Kylo now right below the solo. Here comes Slumped with him as well. Big shots with the Mastiff to knock him back. Votary just holds on for your dear life. He does another big shot, but Slumped is able to stay alive and get the res on Valkyrie. Can they hold now as 6 squads remain? Team Revenge undiscovered, both eliminated. Hotshot still alive for Hot Streak. A knock on Seer, holding them back. Here comes LTC. Zora, Death Call.
It's just absolute chaos.
Big chillin', dude. Big chillin'. Also having really good contention as Deathbox Gaming gets taken out early. Slumped also is full killed. CG not even a full 3-man, maybe just 2 alive. Big chillin'. Making some big moves here on this final zone. Trying to get some damage. He's going to get the knock on Nobel. Mind wandering.
Oh, and it
Getting
looks like
another knock.
Big chillin' going off.
Oh, what good timing on that ult as well to make sure the bubble was just out. Waiting for the peak. 36 flesh, 27 flesh. 18 flush to take out Emily's cheeks. Big Chillin' looking to take this game over.
With only 4 squads left. Big
Mind
Chilling.
wandering. He got the knock on P-Star to take out Kaiser Lakeland. Now 3 squads remain. Big Chillin' getting big damage. They have high ground. They have the Seer ult out. And they just got themselves reset. Now they just have to wait for 1 and 2 more teams to make their final push. Where do they see them coming? They're all holding. I think they're going to be low ground, it seems. And they are fighting over in Thermal Station. No shot. This is happening right now.
And it looks like Big Chilling is pretty much looking at high ground, utility, shields, weapons, loot in general, as they just are pretty much able to have this one train car holding them. Again, Obi-Wan versus Anakin. Big Chillin' has the high ground currently. They are unfortunately going to be forced to take that. The Gibby bubble does come down on top with a Gibby ultimate. Going to try to force them back as both teams try to go for some sort of reset. I think that was a very good play on Big Chillin', as there's not really a lot they could have done.
And now both bubbles have been played. The Seer ult comes out. MRL gets a knock on Mind Wandering. It is a 2v3. Zora and Death Call need to try and heal as soon as possible. Does he have a bat? He is getting pushed. Shields are out. Death Call is 1 shot from death. Zora is the final man that can really make an impact here unless Death Call really comes in clutch.
He has the fucking small shield.
He has to go for singular shields. He doesn't have any batteries, which is okay. Zora now playing high ground as these nades come out. Gonna see if he can try to make a push happen. Looking for peaks. And this bubble goes out again.
They have, and the thing is, they still do have height right there. And that's a stick! A stick on the Gibby. Unfortunately, it's not going to be able to down him, but it is going to put him out for a little bit. Looks like Death Call is going to be taking as much as he can as he goes for a little bit of a bubble fight. A 1 to end, 73 from Big Chill and Death Call. And it looks like Nation Gaming is going to be able to clutch it out. Good plays from Big Chillin'.
Big Chillin' really being the aggressors there in that 5th game, but it led to Nation Gaming being on top. And it seems to me that Nation Gaming is going to find themselves 2 wins tonight here in games 2 and in game 5 here. Very good plays indeed. I wonder what these leaderboards are going to be looking like at the end of this tournament and the end of this stream. I'm excited to see where these guys go. And honestly, with that being said, there's really not much to say, but GG's to the teams who played that astonishing and very, very, very difficult circle. And overall, very well plays. And we are going to take another few short minute breaks. I'm going to go lather my throat. And yeah. I'll be right back to make sure that we are with you for Game 6.
Taking the view when it look right. And oh, it's the good life. Whipping the sauce when I cook like. Look left, look right, yeah. Come with a hook right. Hook right, hook right, hook right. Make all the man them look twice. I'm way up, stood high. But I've been in the field like Suge Knight. And they know this took time. This what a legacy look like. This what a
you're falling. I'm far from perfect, but I know what my worth is, more than you're giving. What goes up, comes back down. What goes out, comes around. You're so dumb like this. You already like this. What goes up, comes back down. And your day will come around. I don't wanna fix this. You already like this. For good. What goes up, comes back down. What goes out, comes around. What goes up, comes back down. And your day will come around. Oh no. What goes up, comes back down. What goes out, comes around. You're so dumb and reckless. You already like this. What goes up, comes back down. And your day will come around. I don't wanna fix this. You already like this. For good. What goes up, comes back down. What goes out, comes around. You're so dumb and reckless. You already like this. What goes up, comes back down. And your day will come around. And I don't wanna fix this. You already like this. For good.
Bet you never know. Say we have the power, but there's things we touch the road. Tell them say we ready, clip them on the cut she load. Shoulda know say we no regular. Anything we ready for. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. Nah go take no talk, I beg no pardon, that's for sure. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. How we are like the badness, we are like the globe. Bet you never know. Bet you never know. How we are like the badness, we are like the globe.
And welcome back, my fun friends. I missed you very, very much. And with a little bit of an extended break here before our final game of the night, we would like to say congratulations to Nation Gaming for winning their second game of tonight's stream, getting 11 kills and a first place title here, giving him another 23 points, which will honestly give him a really good approach here into this leaderboard. So with that being said, Big Chillin' also picking up 9 kills in second place. So they were really the main contenders here in the game. But as well, another story to be told here from Team Revenge, coming in 8th place, but with 7 kills. So they got themselves a nice little leverage here from those KP, but they just weren't able to stay long enough to hold on to those late game points.
And again, if you look at the overall standings right now, Team Revenge no longer in first place. Again, kills can only take you so far in these certain situations. Nation Gaming with 2 wins right now has an 11-point lead over them. Team Revenge in second place with 64 points. Big Chillin' 50 points. Colossal Gaming 42 and SPO 35 points to round off the top 5 in this division right now.
Very close games, though, overall. One big game can really change the pace of it all for these players. So it really just depends on who can come out on top and just really hold on to these plays as we continue forward and see these games continue to rise. But Nation Gaming holding on to that 11-point lead is really just going to make sure that they can hold and get those points here into those finals here as they continue to push through these group staging brackets. But as you see, Big Chillin making a big statement here with 50 points. Team Revenge still in second place without winning a single game. Absolutely huge. So we'd like to see that from these players.
Oh yeah, no, and again, I think it's gonna be very interesting going into these last games to see actually what goes on, and because it's very interesting to see a lot of these teams play because you start to notice how people do a lot of crazy stuff. And again, the Furia, I'll say it again, the Furia play style is making an appearance yet again. I think a lot of these other teams are starting to play a lot more aggressive, a lot smarter. However, again, Revenge Gaming is starting to have kind of like their play style checked. They're being reined in by a lot of these teams figuring out, how they play and what they.
Yeah. And with that being said, I want to see how they execute being that aggressive here in this final game. This is the time to make those points happen. And if you can be the aggressors and keep on to that hold, then you'll be able to find yourselves a fantastic win. So with that being said, I think we are getting into ourselves a character selection and we are encroaching on our final game of the night. So let's see how things go. I'm excited to see where things take us and to see who comes out on top. Will Team Revenge end up winning their first game of the night, or will you see the likes of Nation Gaming winning a third, Colossal Gaming winning a second, maybe the likes of Phase 1 or SPO winning a game themselves? So there's just so much to be seen, and Wonder, I'm happy to be doing it by your side.
Oh yeah!
Yes, sir! And I think we are coming up here on the final game. Here we are, starting now. And we are taking a look here at the peak of the dropship and our previous winners, Nation Gaming. And it looks like it's going to be straight east to west.
Ooh, excuse me.
You're all good. So, looks like it's going to be the same drops. Not really too much contention at Climatizer. And here we have a look at Emerald, Nation Gaming, Barbelo, and InStyle pushing Thermal Station. Are they getting contended? No, I don't think they are.
No, and again, if you look at their drop positions, a very smart distribution of loot. So MRL goes all the way over there, tries to get some loot. Barbelo holds up top, and then one of them goes all the way to the right to try to spread out the loot as effectively as possible. And again, I think a lot of teams will pick these very specific places with a clear power position to, strat out, think, and, show how they're going to do things.
So here we see Barbelo making his way towards the back end. There's another team there. If they don't look, they see 41 from Barbelo breaking the shields on Gibby just like that. And I think Emerald made the call that a team was there. So
again, this is somewhat of a contention. There's so much of a contest because Nation Gaming is here, and they're trying to make sure that they can do stuff and try to make sure that they can defend. Thermal, because
look at Nation Gaming now. They're looking pretty. They got 2 purple shields. They just got themselves a gold loot bot, and the other team was playing in the in poverty, so they're looking at not as much loot as MRL.
Yes, I too. Is that the official call out now? Yeah. Poverty.
I mean, is that not allowed? I thought it was being called when you play with not a lot of loot. You got to play with not a lot of loot.
This is true. I didn't know there was a call out for it. I just thought it was not a lot of loot. Not you're living in poverty, kid.
Well, I'm sorry. We're not gonna keep going into it then if you think it's bad. So.
Oh no! I was just Josh. I'm busting your chops.
He's trying to do it, chat. He's trying to get me twisted, but I'm not gonna get it twisted. Here is Norco Esports Nomad here. I think seeing a team here right on the inside of Cave on Geyser.
I need a hop up. Turbocharger.
Let's see if they can go for that rotation here as they go ahead and push.
Gibby said he does need a turbo. I don't think I've seen a single energy turbo weapon this entire night.
Yeah, I saw Wingman game 1 over in Lava City.
Yeah, and that's all it should be. That's enough.
That was about it. I think if anyone, people should go for a car. Let's be real here.
The car is very good. I think it's still good. It's I don't know, because the thing is the R3 and the Flatliners now both in the rotation. So picking up a car, I feel like, especially with the way ranked lobbies are going, you really want one of those slightly mid-range weapons. Like a Hemlock's nice. You know, Flatline's nice. R3's nice. SMG? Oh no, that is not a situation you want to be in. This is really bad.
And he is one shot. He blows up the ult first, and Cosmix is unfortunately eliminated. This is looks like a contention from Deathbox Gaming here.
Oh yeah.
No, this is gonna be Hot Streak. This is Hot Streak facing Deathbox Gaming over on the outside. I don't even know what this POI is called, to be honest. It's like right outside of Fragment.
Yeah, Fragment suburbs. The suburbs of Fragment West.
I think they find a team though, and they get the knock.
Oh
on
my!
3B man.
That's rough. And this is the power of Seer. You see these guys just trying to, sit and chill, try not to get eliminated, and Deathbox Gaming says, you know what? No.
Now we have Fade None here being one shot, but pulling out the Seer ult as he gets some cover from Alpha Beast to hold off the 3-stack. Can he get full healed before this team goes for the push? Ranch also having some cover on the outer end, getting a Valve Q off as she goes for the push. Gets a nice little 45 on, but Ranch also gets their shield broken. Do they hold the bubble and play this fight? Let's see how they go ahead and hold it down. Fade None also seeing a peek on one. It looks like they're just playing it back, but the Valk finally goes ahead and gets a peek to not Gibby. Valk now playing another 2-stack playing over here. We have two different teams fighting. This one is going to be CSUDH Cardinal was fighting Team Revenge and lost. Undiscovered was fighting as well and lost. And Big Chillin' loses as well.
That's okay. They're doing really good for themselves. Especially
this tonight. Is a very aggressive game, might I say.
Oh yeah, no. 3 squads eliminated that quickly. A lot of ults, Caustic Gas, Fuse ult. A lot of stuff going out in this very small area is very dangerous for a lot of these teams. Deathbox Gaming eliminated already.
So, a lot of big teams here getting dropped off the rip.
What is that thermite?
Yeah, and so many people are fighting right off the rip.
Cup Blue eliminated.
10 squads remain, and it's only the first circle. Gibby ult as well. There was at least 6 teams there. Let's be real here. And there is one being chased. They are all weak. And he gets taken out. Evo is now eliminated. They are full healed. Cold Killer trying to hold back. Team Revenge holding the height now here over by Lava Siphon.
Jeez Louise, that was a lot of stuff to happen in a very small amount of time. Team Revenge looking very strong, trying to pick up that early game KP, trying to do what they can here, be able to cement themselves in first place and try to steal it back.
So here they go, waiting for the peak. Vattery, Twitter, Yoroi, and Yazix TR. As Team Revenge goes in, he gets a tap on one. And Caustic does get broken. But are they going to go for this full push? Seems to me they are looking to make that happen. Going for a slow crawl, Yazix. Vattery looking for a peek. Vattery playing as a solo too right now, playing split from his 2 teammates. Yazix and Yoroi going for the push on the left-hand side. Now, a little bit of peeking here as the second zone begins to close. They are going to go for a scan, and they are not going to find a peek. They are all the way by tree now, but Yoroi is already a step ahead and gets some shots on the team. Let's see as they go for a push, a break on one. Vatari gets backed up, though. Cold Killer getting a knock, but Yazik's trades. Now a 2v2. Let's see what Yoroi does here as he goes for a peek and pushes to finish that Gibby.
Gonna be able to get the Gibby again. 10 squads. There's still 28 people left, and just after the first circle, there's 2 minutes till the second circle closes, and it looks like Team Revenge is trying to get a lot of those KPs while being a little bit more careful about it this time around.
But right before the second zone even closes, 15 people were eliminated, which is very unusual for these types of lobbies, but it's nice to see the aggression play out. As you said, they are beginning to pick up the pieces to the puzzle and are starting to play aggressive themselves.
Oh yeah, no, again, Team Revenge, I think, is one of those, one of those teams to watch out for, where they will really try to push themselves as far as possible, get as much KP as possible, just really have fun while doing it. Again, that's one of the things about Apex is, it's a game. You're supposed to have fun. Yeah, exactly. And I think sometimes it gets lost in the sauce, for lack of a better term.
SPO Galaxy taking out your boy Ziggy to eliminate Deathbox Gaming again early. It's not looking good for them as this is the final game of the night.
Very unfortunate to see. Again, it looks like there are 6 teams below them, and if any of them score at least 2 points, it does look like they are facing not being in the top 10.
So we got Yazix and Yora as a 2-stack, I believe. I don't remember them losing their third. But
I don't know.
That's going to be fine because, I feel like they're a strong 2-stack. They're playing Fuse and Valk, so they have movement, they have aggression. As long as they got those beams, they can make anything happen as they rat it out here. But there is a Valk ult as well on the middle of staging in between Harvester, and I don't know if that's going to come towards their way. There's another team with a longbow. Oh, there he is. Yep, Vatari is with the crossbow playing back. So with the second zone beginning to officially close, we still have 9 teams, 27 players. We are looking at a peek from Lava Siphon, and it looks like Team Revenge is going to have this completely for free.
Yeah.
So with them having it for free, what do they do next? Do they play patient, or are they going to try to play more aggressive, try to find themselves some more KP as this is the last game, or are they feel comfortable enough being in second place? They can honestly just wait this out and just play for seeding.
Yeah, again, we're going to have to see what happens because it seems that they're trying to push through lava and trying to get to the other side so they can have a better position in zone. However, Nation Gaming are currently holding out the dome area, a very strong area to play in one of my least favorite arena maps.
You don't like this? Come on.
It's okay. It's not bad. It's just like there's better ones. You know what I mean? I don't think there's necessarily a bad arena map per se. I just think there's better ones.
True that. You know what my favorite arenas map is of all time?
Which one?
Drop Off.
Really?
I'd say Drop Off. And then you know what my second one is?
What's up?
I forget the name of it. But it's the it's Party Crasher.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
There's arena maps are interesting. I like I think the ones that are made specifically to be arena maps are the better ones because they're made for it. Again, the ones where they take like BR locations end up being a little bit weird to play around because sight lines aren't really meant for arenas.
True that. That's why the ones that are made specifically for it make more sense.
Oh yeah.
Now, it looks like over by Team Revenge, they just got the knocks on SPO. They are playing clean now as the kill leader is 1,500 damage from Vatari.
And again, it looks like Team Revenge is going to go up against Nation Gaming, the top two teams, seeing what they can do here against each other, trying to get those extra bits of damage in to see if they're going to be able to eliminate the other team. Very cutthroat situation here. Seems that Nation Gaming is going to push off a little bit as they try to play slightly safer.
They do have the cover on the respawn, so if any team were to push them from behind, they do have coverage. But they are kind of finding themselves in a tough spot, but they have loot to play with. So if they want to go and rotate, they have the next 30 seconds to decide that. Vatari making that first decision as I'm saying it, going for that peak, waiting to go and rotate.
Seems to be going for a third party as well.
Yeah, this might be a complete third party as Russauer gets a knock on 12F Cali. So let's see how this fight continues.
Nation Gaming stuck in a very weird, it's a very not great spot to be in. They are on the edges. Is that a Watson? It's a Watson. It's a Watson. That's nice to see. I love me a Watson. You know what I mean? Always great to see a Watson. Again, they are going to be getting hit with a Val Q right here, holding it down with the Watson fences, making sure that no other team can really push them here. Just trying to stay strong and stay in a good position for these last couple of zones. 8 squads left, 23 people, and 74 to Kaiser Lakeland, one of the teams that we do need to see a little bit more from, so that they can try to make it into the top 10. Again, they've been close a little. They've had a couple pretty decent games, but they need to make sure that they get good placement and some nice KP for this game to make sure that they're able to cement themselves. Again, some more fighting over here. Again, Nation Gaming trying to make sure that they're able to try to push here. However, that Watson team is going to put them in quite a predicament. Well, Barbelo trying to do something, trying to make something happen. Pushing other teams off of these positions is going to be essential for Nation Gaming to be able to play placement and get into a better position.
So Nation Gaming is lying at the top position at the moment, but it's going to be Kaiser Lakeland that is really looking for this opportunity to stay alive. They are in 11th place, so they are 3 points away from finding themselves secure. But do they have what it takes to really hold that position down? You have the likes of Pingus, Zaza Fort, and Cup Blue. There's still a few teams that are really trying to pull forward and make sure that they can get themselves onto the next round. And it looks like Colossal Gaming has secured themselves a spot. Big Chillin secured themselves a spot. Team Revenge and Nation Gaming, it's really at this point up to the teams like Phase 1 Hot Streak, Elite Company, Deathbox Gaming, and a few other squads that really just need to take advantage of this time.
Very true, very true. Nation Gaming has to go for a recess here. They are kind of being focused as they are the team that needs to rotate in. So a lot of teams see this as an opportunity to get a couple of free kills on a team that really needs to get better positioning. They do have a Gibby and a Valk. They have 18 seconds till the zone starts closing, so there is always the option that they're able to go for some form of bubble Valk ult. That might be one of their only decisions here because they are being focused by a lot of other teams. They have a lot of strange angles on them. This is a very weird place to play. 1 second until the ring starts moving in, and it looks like Nation Gaming is going to try to walk it. Valkyue coming out. Giant Watson fence.
Yeah. It's just a fly trap, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Even seeing the Watson traps in general can throw off another player's flow of where they want to go. But Vatari takes one out, and it's in style. But there's still 8 squads remaining. And the 4th circle is about to finish closing here in the next 10 seconds. Nation Gaming taken out here, but they will be moving on to the next round regardless, so GG's to them. Let's continue on here as it's 7 squads remaining, 20 people left alive. Colossal Gaming, one of them here, trying to secure themselves a better spot. Currently in 4th, and here is Pingus Zaz 4th again. This is the team. This Pingus Zaza Fort is seriously, they need this win more than anyone. They are in 12th place. So close. But in 7th place, will that be enough? We're just going to have to see after the game is over. They are so close. If Kaiser Lakeland is still alive, that'll probably be GG's. Norco Esports and Undiscovered and Cut Blue are right behind. Here comes Revenge Team looking for a chance to find themselves their first win of the night, and it could be the final game of the night.
Does look like they have a very strong position in a very strange zone. They have perfect high ground. They are holding this rock. Oh, they are holding this rock perfectly. Again, here is phase 1, trying to see what they can do in a position not so advantageous. They are also required to push up, trying to see what they are going to be able to do. They do have to run up a hill, so that Gibby bubble and its use is going to be essential to see for their success in this final game.
Now you have phase 1, another team who is facing a middle ground spot in the top 10, currently in 6th place. Colossal Gaming taken out too. 5 squads left. 71 headshot here with the Wingman, your favorite gun. Here you have a big shot with the PK. Moonshine trying to get some damage here as he gets one knock. Another big shot with the Valk. Here they are playing together. Phase 1 staying super healthy in the zone, but they need to rotate fast because this team is playing on them. Here is the bubble as they start to climb that zone. One player, Vatari, playing on the rock, and there is a team behind him as well. Vatari needs to play back, but the Seer isn't going to do anything. Elite Company is taken out.
Kaiser Lakeland eliminated at 4th place. Norco Esports eliminated.
Esports. He was in 3rd place. That's amazing for Norco. That could definitely be a huge game for them.
Gonna see what happens as phase 1 takes on Revenge Gaming. It seems that oh no, phase 1 of originally getting the first knock seems to be losing it a little bit. Again, that high ground, that Gibby ult make for a very weird thing. Seems to be that phase 1 is trying to push up right here. Again, phase 1 getting a little bit of a reset, them both pushing onto the fuse in a 2v1 situation. Unfortunately, it's going to be Vatoroy trying to support them from the top. Phase 1, only 2 people alive. Going to get seared, going to cancel the battery. He's going to get Krabered by Vatoroy, leaving it all up to Moonshine, who's literally one shot, and Revenge clutches it out for the last game.
What a way to end it. Team Revenge fighting tooth and nail to get this win, and it takes them 6 games to win the final one of the night. And who is it to be? Phase 1 to be the team that they go against for the final game. GG's in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and non-binary pals. What a performance here tonight as Team Revenge comes in clutch here to win it all for the night. And they are looking pretty as they were in 2nd place without a win. I wonder how they're going to be placing now with a win. So we are just going to be waiting a few more moments until we get those final results. Give those to you now. I don't even think we need an intermission between this. I think we can just get straight into what the unofficial final results are here for the night. But if we wait just a few more minutes, we could talk about how these teams played. And I want to know, guys, what do you think, especially Blender, what do you think where the performances were for these teams? How do you think they all played?
Again, you know, the high risk, high reward play style that Ben showed is one of those where it finally paid off. Again, while this was their only win of the night, they still got 30 points in game in game 1. They were able to score a total of 30 points, and again, close to about a third of their points are going to be from that game specifically. They did absolutely fantastic throughout pretty much the entire night, where most of their points actually came from kills as opposed to KP. As opposed to placement. It's a very interesting thing because you have a lot of teams who are playing this game a lot more traditionally, you know, playing it out for placement, going for those very safe fights, not really trying to risk anything huge. However, Team Revenge said, you know what, no, we're going to play very aggressive, we're going to go for those kills, and they do it confidently and in a very, again, in the last game, I think in the most safe that they've done it. they were able to, find a lot of weaknesses with a lot of teams, take advantage of, positional
Hmm.
differences, situational awareness, and I think they did a
Yeah.
very good job of that.
Yeah, you said it pretty much on the nose there. It seems like every single week that we see these players go ahead onto the stage, you see that a lot of teams are refining their plays who have more scrim time, and the more that you have that passion and you're really trying to go and push and achieve your greatest here, and no matter what situation that you find yourself in, you see a lot of teams bringing out some of the best play that they can here in some of these games. So really a round of applause to them for really playing out and showing us what it's like to be a competitive Apex player and what the scene is like. You guys really represented it well today. Very nice games overall. Hopefully in future events as well, we get bigger and more teams here to play some full 20 lobby games. Honestly, it was really, really dope to see in general. But again, congratulations to Team Revenge for finally getting that win here in Game 6. I really am wondering here with that phase 1 and the likes of Kaiser Lakeland coming in 3rd place. I wonder if that's going to put them over the edge. They were in 11th place. So if they got enough KP and the right placement, maybe they just jump that bridge to find themselves safe. But we're going to have to find out very, very shortly here.
Yeah, no, I did really enjoy watching a lot of the teams that we hadn't seen a lot of,
All right, and I believe we do have the format for all the groups. If we're going to go and take a look skis right here, this is what we're looking at. As you see going into it, you have all of the opportunities that you can get here to go and secure yourself into the Summer Series finale. So as you see here, next week 3 and 4. So for our final groups, it's going to be on July 22nd, I believe. So get ready for that and be ready for this next week of games. But as you see, this is how our format is run. You have 20 points for first place, 16 for second, 14 for third, 12 for fourth, fifth is 10 points, sixth is 8 points, seventh place is 6, eighth is 4, ninth is 2 points, and then 10th is 1 point. So per game, though, you can see how much is on the line. $3,000 prize pool for these players, and this is why you see them playing to the best of their ability, Blunder.
Oh yeah, no, it's very nice to see, and I'm very excited to see a lot of these higher placing teams start to duke it out later in the finals. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Now, with this being said, there's just a little bit more time before we get to you guys and give you those final results, and I believe they have just come in. And let me tell you, when Team Revenge wanted to go out tonight, they wanted to go out with style, dropping 18 kills in first place, giving themselves 30 points to end the night. Following right behind them, though, phase 1 in second place, giving themselves 16 points here with 7 kills and 9 placement points. That's huge. So with that as well, we just have to mention a few other teams that did well. Colossal Gaming getting 6 kills for the night and 9 total points. So with the overall roster and the main leaderboard looking at it, Team Revenge climbs themselves on top in first place with 94 total points. But this, remember, they are unofficial. We're going to get them completely calculated from each game to make sure we get you official results before we move on. Nation Gaming coming up in second place here with 78 points. Big Chillin' here with 54. Colossal Gaming with 51 in fourth. Phase 1 coming up in fifth place with 50 points. SPO in sixth place with 38 points. Elite Company coming up on top as well in the top 10 in seventh place with 34. Hot Streak as well making it with 32. We have Deathbox Gaming coming up in ninth place with 25. And the final team moving on in this group play in 10th place is Kaiser Lakeland. Just 2 points over CSUDH and Pingus Zaza Fort with 24 points. Congratulations to those 10 teams for making it on. But congratulations to everyone for playing such good games. CSUDH Cardinal, Pingus Zaza Fort, Norco Esports, Cup Blue, Undiscovered. Thank you, boys, for playing. Thank you all, actually, for playing with us today on the stage. Thank you for letting us cast over you guys. It really means a lot, but that is a GG. And as well, if you guys want to take a look at the leaderboard, at exclamation point leaderboard, you can see how the other teams played as well on the overall rosters and results from groups 3 and 5 and 1 and 4 that also played off stream. So just make sure you guys check that if you were a part of that or if you were curious about teams that you're rooting for.
Oh yeah, no. Again, thank you guys again for watching. It was a lot of fun to play, and not play. I mean, it's a little bit of play. We casted, yeah, little bit, but it was a lot of fun again casting. Always enjoy doing it.
Yes, absolutely. And with that being said, let's do a little bit of a roll call before we end the night. Blunder, is there anything that we can support you on or anything that we can hit you up on to make sure we see what you're up to?
Yeah, if you do exclamation point casters in the Twitch chat, you're gonna be able to see me and Komar. You're gonna see my Twitch channel being twitch.tv/political sandwich. I don't stream a lot. I got a lot of stuff going on. Got a job. Got the whole 9 yards. But again, if you got that's going a little too far, but but again, I do stream it very occasionally. So if you guys ever want to check that out, please just let me know and give me a follow.
Absolutely. And if you guys did enjoy the absolute broken voice that I produced for you guys today, that will be hailed soon, I promise, and I'll sound fruitful and better for next time. Make sure you head on over to twitch.tv/Conwar. I stream almost every single day as I just made the switch to it full time. I am 8 followers away from hitting the big 2K on the channel, so make sure you guys stop on over there and give your boy some love. I would really appreciate it. Other than that, I would just like to thank everyone involved in tonight's stream, especially the people behind the scenes who are our producers and especially our observers. So I'm going to give shouts out to Angel. Of course, we're going to give a shout out for Twitchy for organizing the whole thing in phase 1. Now, Peak did absolute major work for us today behind the scenes, working the VMix call. He was our main guy today. So thank you so much, Peak. We also had Shiro in here as well doing a lot of work. And then, yeah, I believe that's the crew for today. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you drop a follow and turn on those notifications. Check out the Twitter and Discord to stay tuned if you do want to participate in future Phase 1 events. It's been your boy, Conwar and Blender, and we will catch you guys, each and every one of you, in the next one. And remember, no molding. Bye, guys.